your host, Blake Walker. It is week 3 across the Central Iowa Sports Network CIML coverage area. We're looking forward to a great Friday of football, and we have a jam-packed show for you all. We got highlights, we got top 10 ranking, we have interviews with coaches, and much more coming on the CISN Football Pregame Show, presented by Iowa Corn.
Okay.
All right.
So now
Versus Ankeny Centennial, Jamison Patton early in the first quarter. Nice catch, nice throw. Jamison Patton off to a hot start with Ankeny this season. Easton Miller, Centennial running back. Going to get some great blocking up the middle and dive into the end zone. Took a hard hit but scores. Gives Centennial the early lead. Remember, they won last year's game between these two teams. Loving the new Ankeny Centennial helmets, by the way. Later in the second quarter, J.J. Cole to his favorite target, Jamison Patton, who faked a in-and-go route. Wide open. Can't quite get there. Gets shoved out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. First down for Ankeny immediately after. Very next play. How about J.J. Cole? Fake handoff, looking to the end zone, wide open. Maddox Ward caught and behind the pillar, blocked by the camera. But Ankeny scores, it's tied 10-10. Early in the third quarter, the final score of the ball game. Jamison Patton on a quick end-around reverse. Nobody's home. Ankeny wins and hangs on late. 17-10. The Hawks get revenge on the Jaguars. They move to 1-1 on the year.
Okay.
C.J. Phillip, a nice bounce-out run to the end zone. Touchdown early for Dowling Catholic in this one. There were quite a few touchdowns in this one for Dowling. Here's Rashad Davis, making a couple people miss. Works around the edge. Dowling has a nice two-headed horse at running back position. Two-headed monster, if you will. Great job by Dowling taking the lead early, and it would just continue. How about this? This is an intended squib kick that bounces off the Waukee Northwest defender, and then it's jumped on by Dowling. Just Waukee Northwest not being ready for it, and Dowling just not wanting to kick it back to a dangerous return man. How about just nearing the end of the half? Jackson Smollett caught by Cooper Nicholson into the end zone. Smollett continues to shine this year. Heck of a grab by Nicholson. Dowling takes a big lead going into the half. 31-3. Sam Johnson's pass intercepted. Taken back the other way by Joe Hughes. Credit to Johnson for chasing him down. Not quite going to get to the end zone. Dowling would score immediately right after the interception. But Waukee Northwest gets the big play of the day. Sam Johnson to Cooper Sheafus. Wide open in the back of the end zone, makes a diving play. That will be on our top 5 plays to end the season. But it's all Dowling Catholic. Take a look at the replay once again. Cooper lays out. Heck of a grab. Dowling wins 45-19. They move to 2-1 on the season. How about Connor Moberly? A nice floating pass right over the middle to Carson Robbins in for the touchdown. Southeast Polk's offense rolling early. Valley would not go away easily, though. Here's a nice play. Pitch and catch to Aiden Price. Nice little dump off. And Price, great blocking, uses his speed and jukes out a couple guys and scores. Tied 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. But after that, it was all Southeast Polk. Abu Sama showed up to the party, and after that it was over. Moberly, hand off to Sama, and just runs through a couple defenders. He cannot be tackled. The Iowa State recruit continued to shine under the lights, make it 17-7 in favor of the Rams. Sama put in a work, and then later, early in the fourth quarter, Southeast Polk trying to pull this game away. Moberly, another quick handoff, and Sama does the rest. What vision, what strength. Abu Sama continues to be one of the top players in the state. 126 yards and 2 touchdowns. Southeast Polk moves to 2-0.
Very nice.
Rankings and coach interviews for our big games here in week number 3. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show presented by Iowa Corn.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans, and these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Blake Walker. We had a chance for a couple coach interviews ahead of tonight's big game. We sat down with Coach Sam Anderson of Urbandale to talk with him about his big game against Valley this evening.
Okay.
And Waukee head coach.
Joining us now is Sam Anderson, the head coach of Urbandale Jayhawks. And let's first, before we talk about the upcoming game, let's talk about last week. You got a good start there against Johnston in that rivalry, but then second half you weren't able to score. And then talk about what you saw there and things you had to improve on after that.
Yeah, I think, we started off with a good a good defensive, game plan. We're playing really well on special teams as well. We were able to move the ball, just weren't able to finish drives, which we kind of put as one of our key things for the week, which was kind of frustrating. They did a great job defensively, kind of held us in check. And then, we had some blown coverages, which led to their scores, and they get up. And for whatever reason, we were off kilter. And offense was just completely off. And again, they have a lot to do with that. They're well coached with Coach Helgeson and Balsam on the defensive end, and Teagles as well. I mean, they've got a great staff, and obviously we just were not able to get things going, and we've got to make the improvements on the offensive side of the ball for sure. And we got to correct the breakdowns in the back end.
Did you have a good week of trying to make those adjustments and preparing here for this game?
Yeah, I think so. You never like to lose in any game or anything you do, but sometimes things ground you back, and they get back to, okay, what are the foundations? What are our fundamentals? What are the things that we believe in, our core values in our program, and get us focused and get the kids back focused on what needs to get done rather than other things outside.
Yeah, because the good thing is it's a long season, just a second game. So, losing one there doesn't mean that, all your goals are gone for the season, are they? No, not at all. We always tell our kids, play one game at a time, and then you just got to get up, pick yourself up the next, get better the next week. And hopefully good things will happen, and obviously this test, it's not really the game that you'd want to pick coming off a loss, where you played bad. But we get our hands full with Valley, and hopefully we've made some corrections and can do some things to keep it competitive. Yeah, what I've seen of them, they had a tough one with Southeast Polk, but everybody's going to have that this season, I think. But they appear to be a pretty good balanced team overall, aren't they?
Yeah, they definitely are. I look at, they kind of remind me a lot of the Valley of old. They got big guys up front, and they're going to run the ball. They've got really athletic kids, do a nice job with their play action pass, boots, their rolls. So on the offensive side, they can do some things. They've got some really good, really impressive weapons. But, I think right now I look at them and the defense is really good. They're fast, they're athletic, big again, and very aggressive. And, you've got to match that intensity if you want to be successful at all. But I think, without a doubt, they're a top tier team in 5A football.
So what's the big key then for you guys coming into this game?
Take care of us. I think the big thing is you got to take care of the football, because you can't win unless you can take care of the ball, win that turnover ratio, just execute what we do. And we've got to make plays. We've got to get the ball in our playmakers' hands, and they're going to need to come up and make some plays if you're going to be able to be competitive against a team as good as Valley is. And I think on the defensive side, we just have to play sound football and tackle. But ultimately for us, then special teams become a real key, because you can't give up that that big play, that punt that's going to turn or flip things, or a missed extra point that changes momentum. So special teams will play a key role as well, just within the full game.
It seems like that's the way it is in this league, isn't it? Every little thing, defense, offense, special teams, you can't be lax in any of them and expect to come out with a win, can you?
No, this area is just, football is so good. There's so many talented teams and players. And then one thing that, that really stands out is just the quality of coaches that are there and the staffs that they have. Just outstanding coaches that could be coaching anywhere in the country.
Yeah, adjusting on the fly. You guys got to learn to do that, don't you?
Yep, for sure. You got to adjust.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate it, and good luck against Valley.
All right, thank you.
That's Urbandale coach Sam Anderson here on CISN.TV.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about our new top 10 rankings in Class 5A, along with some of the top games to watch across Iowa here on this Friday for Week 3. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show, brought to you by Iowa Corn. Okay. Welcome back.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors,
and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected?
The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Blake Walker. Let's jump right into the new Class 5A rankings for week number 3. Southeast Polk is on top of the latest ranking. No surprise there. The Rams have been unstoppable this season with Caden Proctor leading the offense on the offensive line. There you see him in that picture there. And then Abu Sama in the running back position, Connor Moberly. That whole offense is stacked. Pleasant Valley into the number 2 position led by McDermott and company. Pleasant Valley out east is going to be tough. They run that spread offense. I expect to see them at the Dome at the end of the season. Ankeny struggled a little bit against Ankeny, Centennial, and Waukee. They come in at number 3 in our ranking. Dowling Catholic, big win over Waukee Northwest. They come in at number 4. Cedar Falls, very good, looking very good. They are sitting in at number 5 in the latest Class 5A rankings. Cedar Rapids Kennedy, a very sneaky team, looks pretty good this week. They have a tough match against Cedar Rapids, Washington, but they come in at number 6. Valley falls to Southeast Polk. They do not drop pretty much at all in our rankings. They still come in at number 7. Sioux City East sneaking their way up into number 8. And then 2 new teams welcome themselves into the Class 5A poll. How about the Ames Little Cyclones jump into the number 9 position? Brian Sauser leading that team at the head coaching position. And then Johnston with the big win over Urbandale in the picture there to the right. They jump into our top 10 spot. That is your new Class 5A top 10. Now let's jump over to our games of the week. And then just cut work. It is Ankeny and Dowling Catholic. Always going to be a good game. Ankeny won last year's matchup. Can Dowling get revenge for that semifinal game a couple years ago at the Unidome? We'll have to see. Should be a good game between Jackson Smolik and J.J. Cole. A great quarterback battle. Iowa City High and Ames. The battle for the Little Cy Hawk Trophy takes place in Iowa City this year. The Little Hawkeyes trying to recover from that Week 1 loss to Iowa City Liberty. They throttled Cedar Rapids Jefferson last week 77-0. Ames with 2 very close wins over Marshalltown and Fort Dodge. Can the Little Cyclones prove they are legit? Johnston with a big win against Urbandale last week. They take on a pesky Dallas Center Grimes team who barely lost to North Polk, who ranks top 5 in Class 3A. Newton taking on Marshalltown. Newton is no slouch. They have not lost yet this season. Marshalltown looked pretty good last week. Looks solid against Ames. That should be a good game at Marshalltown High School. Urbandale tries to recover from last week's loss against Johnston. They take on a Valley team trying to recover from Southeast Polk. It's the game of which team will recover better. Kennedy gets a not a great fun matchup against Cedar Rapids, Washington. Cedar Rapids, Washington looks really good. They lead a lot of statistical categories in their class. Should be a tough match for Cedar Rapids, Kennedy. Cedar Falls takes on Prairie. Prairie, very good last year, struggling a little bit here to start. Cedar Falls could get a tough match on the road. And then Waukee takes on Ankeny Centennial, another one of our games this evening. That should be a very good matchup. Centennial looking to come off that loss against Ankeny. Waukee trying to ride high off their win against Roosevelt. Those are our top games to watch this Friday night. We want to thank everyone for watching our CISN football. We are going to send it down to Valley Stadium, where Dar Danielson has the call of Valley and Urbandale. Thank you all so much for watching. The CISN football pregame show, Week 3 edition, brought to you by Iowa Corn. Dar, where's...
Good evening and welcome to West Des Moines Valley Stadium here as we get ready tonight for high school football. The Valley Tigers hosting the Urbandale Jayhawks here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Dar Danielson alongside Colin Brown tonight. And, Colin, we got some cooler breezes that blew through here earlier. It was it was over 90 when I came out of work a couple hours ago. And then by the time I got here, it blew through, so it'll be cooled down a little bit nicer out there to watch the game here tonight.
Yeah, Dar, exactly right. You know, talking about a beautiful September afternoon with some heat, and it's cooled down now. A little breeze blowing through here, but two teams coming off a loss last week. I'm excited to see what's going on down there.
Yeah, this is bounce back week for these two as they both opened up with a win and then both lost the ball games. And Urbandale, of course, played Johnston, and that's always been a big rivalry with them. And they led that game into the third quarter, but then couldn't score in the second half, and Johnston gets the win there over Urbandale. And then in the game you saw here on CISN.TV, it was Valley taking on top-rated Southeast Polk, and Southeast Polk has a lot of weapons, but Valley did some good things. They had some drives, just some things of finishing and not turning the ball over that hurt them in that ball game, that things they'll have to work on here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we were talking about that pregame here, Dar. That game 10-7 at the break. Obviously, Valley right in it. Second half, Southeast Polk flexes their muscles a little bit, but this Valley team, very capable. Offensively, I expect them to put up some points tonight, and defensively locked down after letting up 24 last week.
Well, and we talked about it for Valley last week. It was you almost felt like you had to score every time and you couldn't get behind. I think that script flips a little bit here tonight for Urbandale. They're going to feel like, I think, with Valley that they can't get behind, because Valley, you know, they have that grinded at you kind of attack on offense and defense. So for the Jayhawks here tonight, they want to, stay close in this game. They don't want to get behind.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit it right on the head there, Dar. You know, you look at a senior quarterback in Peyton Rosenhaus. He obviously can deliver the ball. He's got a good arm, can get out of the pocket and run with it as well. Key for him, I think, 2 touchdown passes on the season to 4 interceptions. Limit those turnovers, like you said. This Urbandale offense coming off a loss, if they can get in the end zone, that would be huge for them, especially early and often in the first quarter.
And he's got Kai Black, of course, the senior, and who, was going to go on and play college ball. And I think he's been out a little bit with some injuries. So they get him back, get the full weapons going here for Urbandale tonight. And then for Valley, we saw Michael Provenza doing a great job on his stepping up to start here for the Tigers. And he's got Aiden Price, who's Mr. Do-Everything out of the backfield. And then they also can hand it off to the 230-pound sophomore Darius Moore, who will pound it at you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I turned on the film this week, Dar, and looked at the sophomore running back, and boy, he shows some patience, good vision. I thought last week, obviously, Valley only put it in the end zone one time, but he made some great plays to really get beyond the line of scrimmage when he was hit back further, almost where Provenza handed the ball off to him, or Provenza, excuse me. The sophomore running back is going to be a stud here for a long time, and he's already shown flashes.
Well, the dance team is out, getting everybody fired up as we get ready for the start of the kickoff here tonight. Should be a good ball game. Both these teams at 1-1, looking to get the second win and get back on the winning track here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
Community protectors. And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Back here at Valley High School or Valley Stadium, in West Des Moines, we see the young Tigers out there on the field, and Dar Danielson, Colin Brown here, and it's always a key for these high school programs. You think, well, it's just working with the kids when they get to high school, but it's working with the young kids, getting them interested in football at a young age, and then it's always fun to see all these schools do it, and the young kids run out there in the stadium and get a chance to have the spotlight shine on them a little bit.
Yeah, what a cool thing to see here tonight in Valley, Dar. This is what it's all about. Obviously, a lot of these kids you'll see playing tonight grew up doing this exact same thing, getting them out here before a big game on a Friday night. Really cool environment. Obviously, you got the fans out there cheering for them as well. Just a neat thing to see for sure.
You see the Jayhawks there ready to come out of the locker room and head over to their bench on the far side. Of course, they'll be you see in the white home uniforms here tonight. And cheers from the student section, and not quite cheers from the Valley side, but
yeah, I was gonna say
a little lighthearted jeering, I guess. And now here the Tigers are. They're ready to come on out and take the field here as we get ready for kickoff on a beautiful night for football. 85 degrees, breezy. Looks like the breeze had died down a bit. Now it's picked back up, and that could be a factor here tonight. That breeze blowing out of the north to the south in the stadium here when it comes down to throwing or kicking the ball tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit it on the head there, Dar. You look at it north to south. It'll be interesting to see how it works out here at the coin toss. Who's going that way first and third quarters as opposed to second and fourth. Definitely could play a role in the passing and kicking game.
And the Tigers head out to midfield, ready to get fired up. I love the high school football. Then September nights, you smell the popcorn cooking, the crowd's out. And then as you drive through small town Iowa, you see the cities with the lights glowing up top as you drive the gravel roads and then on to the, to see them. And all across the state, football, and it's kind of the center of things. And a lot of the small towns, having grown up in one, know that it's just a good tradition here as we get ready to go. And then, of course, we got that big game. Ames High Little Cyclones taking on City High in Iowa City tonight. And then there's some other game tomorrow in Iowa City, too, that
yeah.
The interesting thing will be, are more points scored in this game that are scored in that game on Saturday between Iowa State and Iowa?
Yeah.
Who knows after seeing the first two play. Iowa State had a team that they easily beat, and then Iowa, we all know, the field goal, 2 safeties. So that'll be interesting, too. But that's another fun thing. You get the whole state going, and of course, Iowa State fans, they're kind of, I saw several posts today, okay, 8 years has been enough. Let's get this over with tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. And the fun part of it for me is I'm old enough that I see a lot of these players here, and then they move up, and they're playing on those teams. A lot of the kids that have played, here in high school in the CIML, and then they go on to play at Iowa State or Iowa, and that's always fun, too, to see those kids go on and play at the upper level.
Yeah, no question about it, Darn. Obviously, we got that going on here tonight. You hit on Kai Black there in the pregame. He's another one headed to Iowa State next fall. And over the years, we've seen several players, not only from the Des Moines area, but like you mentioned, under the Friday Night Lights branch in general. It's going to be interesting.
Urbandale is deferred. Valley will take the ball, and they'll go into the wind to start, so that means they'll have the wind at their back in the second and fourth quarters, which could be a key thing. that's a key decision when you win the toss here, but Urbandale wants to go on defense first, so they'll kick off, and that's always an interesting choice to make.
Yeah, it is, and I think you hit it on the head or hit the nail in the coffin there to start things by saying that wind's coming in from the north, going to the south. It will be interesting. Obviously, Valley going against it here to start the game, and Urbandale will be with it, but the second and fourth quarter, the Tigers will have the advantage. I expect points to be scored tonight, Dar. These two teams obviously struggled to put points on the board last week, not discounting the defenses, but coming off 2 games where just 1 touchdown was scored apiece. I'm ready to see some football get in the end zone.
So Chase Hutchinson back deep to receive the Rockney Carver kick here for Urbandale. They're in the white uniforms, you see, with the big U on the helmet, and Valley, of course, with the dark tops, white pants, and they got the V on the helmet on the right side of your screen. As we get ready to kick it off here, Valley ranked number 7. Urbandale dropped out of the rankings after their loss, and here's the deep boot. Going to go into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Valley will start off 1st and 10 at their 20.
Yeah, good kick there from Urbandale to set the tone.
And for Valley, Michael Provenza will be the quarterback, Darius Moore the running back, Aiden Price the wide receiver, Sam Smines, Noah Craycraft, and Bryce Anderson in the tight end slot. The big line across the front, Owen Westermeyer, 6'4", 230. Derek Ellens, 6'2", 270. Spencer George, 6'2", 245. Jacob Moeller, 6', 240. And Brandon Jenkins, 6'2", 245. Here's Provenza. Fakes the handoff, now gives it to the second man through. Faked to Price and gave it to Moore.
Yeah, and expect to see Aiden Price, number 5 there. The fake went to him on that play, Dar, as you mentioned. He is the go-to option in this offense, and they'll use him like a Swiss Army knife. Spread him out wide, put him in the backfield. He can do it all for Valley.
It's a good pickup on first down, 5 yards. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Split 2 receivers left, 1 right. Send Price in motion across the formation. He sets up now on the right side. Fake the handoff, give the handoff, and rolled out, and he's going to get right back to the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, good team defense by Urbandale. They snuffed that one out early and stopped the back in his tracks. I believe Cole Garwood was in on that play. He leads this team in tackles. Terrific linebacker for Urbandale.
So a run for no gain brings up a third down and 5.
Yeah, big play for Valley here. Set the tone early, try and pick up a first down, keep that clock running.
Yeah, Sickerson, Carter King, Michael Giampalo, Gabe Carver, Cole Garwood, Isaac Holt, and Ben Booth, the linebackers for Urbandale, as they send man in motion. Craycraft, now another man in motion. They faked the handoff. They did give it to him there. He cuts it up. Price trying to get up to the 30. He's going to be brought down short. So good attack, good way to string that out by Urbandale.
Yeah, absolutely. That was him right there, number 5 in black. The main option for this Valley team, Aiden Price. And again, gang tackling from Urbandale. They stopped him a yard short, forced a huge 4th and 1.
So he picked up 4, and we'll drop back to punt now as Valley. Caden Arndt is back deep to receive the punt here. Good high kick into the wind. Arndt takes it at the 36. Has a little room, and it is immediately met and brought down by Valley.
Yeah, good special teams play right there from the Valley unit. Bring out that Urbandale offense to look to get going, as mentioned, after a slow start last week as well.
So that ended up being a 37-yard net punt. First and 10 at the 44 for Urbandale. Dropping back, wings it out in the flat, caught, and pulled down after a quick game by Cole Garwood.
Yeah, and there's a linebacker playing both ways, Dar. And again, this Urbandale offense, I've been impressed when you look at the quarterback, Rottinghouse. He's a guy who will spread around the wealth, share it around, I should say, and he's not afraid to check things down, look underneath. That's where a lot of their chunk yard plays come from.
Pickup of 4. They send Caden Arndt to the right. Dropping straight back, looking for Kai Black, going deep. He's got a step, but it's overthrown.
Yeah, good route by Kai Black there, and he beat his man from the get-go. Straight fly route, and Rottinghouse, good ball, just overthrew him.
And got behind a defender, and even with the wind, as you'll see the replay here, a long way to go, though. Throw it that far, he overthrew it. And the thing you don't want to do is underthrow it and give the defender a chance to make the pick. So
yeah, right. Rottinghouse flashing the arm strength there, but in this case, he just overshot his main target, or one of his main targets, Black.
So they look over to the sideline. It's Garwood in there behind Rottinghouse. He fakes to him, rolls out, throws across, has a man out front in the flat at the 42 and out of bounds. Over there is Charles Cook.
Yeah, and that's another one of his go-to targets, Dar. Rottinghouse delivers a strike that time. Take a look at the replay here. See the play action. Rottinghouse rolling to his left, and then he fires Cook wide open across the middle for a first down.
From the 48 down to the 32, 1st and 10 at the 32 for Urbandale. Their first drive of the game. Dropping back. Wings it out in the flat again. Over there. And that's brought down by Valley. That is Ben Booth.
Yeah, Booth leveled the defender there, set the tone. Gutsy throw there by Rottinghouse as we take another look at the replay. That one was almost batted down.
Yeah, he had the rush coming in pretty
sure
hard
did
on him there, as we saw on the replay. Back to live action. Handoff, looking to go over the right side. And a swarm of Tigers meets him there.
Yeah, gang tackle by Valley. That's a great play to set up 2nd and long.
Hutchinson, one of them in there on the tackle.
Or I beg your pardon, Dar, 3rd and long.
Well, 3rd and 5. Rottinghouse. Back there with Garwood. Throws it out in the flat. Has a man, Arndt. And he'll be down inside the 20 for a first down.
Yeah, big play by Urbandale, and Arndt runs a great route, and Rottinghouse put it right on him for a first down.
And now Urbandale, 1st and 10 at the 19. A pickup of 13 on the pass play here. Rottinghouse sends Black in motion, hands it off up the middle, and driving forward. Booth. Boy, he put his head down and just drove in there and kept the legs a churning.
Man, he sure did, showing some lower and upper body strength. He's already ran over one defender here tonight. That time he takes on multiple Valley defenders. Picks up good chunk yards for the Jayhawks.
So 2nd and 4 for Urbandale at the 13. Rottinghouse maybe changing the play here. Moves things around a little bit. Plenty of time on the play clock, 9 seconds. Takes the snap, hands off to the deep back. He's looking to turn the corner, gets a block outside. Is he in? Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Yeah, what a play.
Booth got around the corner and gets it into the end zone. Let's see it here.
Yeah, what a play, Dar. And this is great blocking by the O-line. See there, they pull the left side, and Booth scampers in, just beating that last defender to the pylon. Urbandale, an impressive opening drive here in the first quarter.
So Carver comes out to attempt the PAT. Snap is low. It's set down, though, and Urbandale gets the PAT. And they're up 7-0 here with 6:36 to go in the first quarter here on CISN.TV.
1,300 vehicles on Waukee, Chevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on Waukee, Chevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Here's the kickoff from Urbandale after scoring, and this one's going to go into the end zone. So let's see here. They went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plays. Went 56 yards in 3:09. Pretty efficient offensive drive there.
Yeah, no doubt, Dar. That was an impressive first drive for Urbandale, setting the tone here early in the first quarter. And they mixed it up. Went pass, went run. Credit Booth to get in the end zone there on the last play, but Rottinghouse as well, flashing his arm strength, getting the ball downfield to set up that score.
So Michael Provenza brings out the Valley offense, trailing now. Fakes the handoff, throws it across to the big tight end. He's got the first down and powers into the defender, a pickup of 15 on the pass, and that's a simple send him down the slot and hit the big guy.
It sure is. As we take a look at the replay, that was a beautiful play call and executed perfectly. You see here the tight end in the backfield. They go with the play action right down the seam, as you mentioned, Dar. Huge first down here for Valley.
So Valley coming out, looking to answer here after the Urbandale score on their first drive. Valley punted on their first, a 3 and out. Here's Provenza, brings a man across the formation, hands it off to Price. Price trying to turn the corner. Good pursuit, though, by Urbandale as they shut that off. And that was Elijah Holt. They watch a lot of film because they know once Price turns that corner, it's goodbye.
It is, and you hit it on the head again right there, Dar. Keeping him lateral, not letting him get vertical up the field. That's the game plan for this Urbandale defense. Talking to their staff earlier this week, they said all eyes will be on number 5 pre-snap. Great job there.
He was the catalyst in that Southeast Polk game. Now 2 receivers left, 1 right. Hand off to Moore, and Moore looked like he was going to be stopped in the backfield, but he keeps churning ahead and picks up maybe 3 yards out of nothing there.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, hitting the backfield, but kept plugging away, using that lower body strength and patience, fight through those wimpy tacklers. Picks up 3, as you mentioned, for a 2nd and 7. 3rd and 7, I should say.
Yep. 3rd and 7 here now for Valley at the 38. They're trying to answer the score by Urbandale. Provenza drops straight back, looks. He had Price on the out route. Now Price is coming back. Provenza running, scrambling, and they're going to sack him back at the 30-yard line. Well, he was looking at Price, and Price kept moving around, but just too many white shirts collapsed on him there.
Yeah, give that Urbandale defense credit. Provenza here, you see, rolling to his right. He was trying to get rid of it, Dar, but just nowhere to go with the football, and then he's gang tackled for the sack.
And Cole Garwood, one of the last ones in there. The thing I like about him, he's always looking upfield, even when he's scrambling, looking for that receiver. He's not a run-first guy. He's looking for the receiver. Here's the punt, low punt, taken at the 36-yard line. They're going to cut it outside, and he'll be knocked down there after.
Yeah, key here for Urbandale, Dar. Great field position once again to start this drive nearing the 50, setting up short fields for this offense.
So Urbandale comes back out now. .430 to play. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45. They started out at the 44, or their own 44 last time, so we're about the same field position. Rottinghouse trips to the left, Drops straight back, looks, now throws it into the slot inside and hits Charles Cook.
Yeah, good route by Cook there on the outside.
They sent two guys out, and then he just kind of curled back in the middle in the open spot.
He sure did. Good route. Yeah, obviously took the safety deep, was the other receiver, and then an out route by the running back left Cook wide open.
Picks up 5. 2nd and 5. Rottinghouse rolling right, looks, under pressure, throws, and off the hands of Kai Black. As pressure by Valley.
Yeah, it looks like, was that 31 Dar, Jack Funk possibly out there pressuring Rottinghouse?
I think it was, yeah. He got in there and put the pressure on. So, incomplete, brings up 3rd and 5 at the 50 for Urbandale. Rottinghouse back, pressure again, gets some blocks. Now he loses a handle as he takes off to run. And he'll get a yard, but it'll bring up 4th down. I think he was trying to decide, do I throw or do I go? And as he did, he lost the handle on it.
Yeah, he sure did. It looked like he was heading for the boundary. I don't know if he would have picked up the first down, Dar, but you see there, he just lost
it kind of came off his knee a little bit.
Yeah,
too,
it sure did. And luckily for Urbandale, number 93 for Valley was right there. Almost landed on top of it. That's Fountain, the defensive tackle.
So a 3 and out for Valley here as their defense holds and gets the ball back for the offense. Trailing here. Hutchison lets it bounce, and now to go back into the end zone for a touchback, and Valley will take over. 1st and 10 at the 20 again.
Yeah, big stop by that Valley defense. You're already down a score. You need your defense to anchor down. They do so there, forcing the 3 and out, getting their offense back on the field.
So Valley taking over with 3:02 to play here in the first quarter. And they've yet to get a sustained drive going. They got a 3 and out on the first one and then picked up a couple first downs, but they picked up 1 first down on that last drive, but unable to sustain anything here. Here they come back out on offense, and they'll bring the extra player off the field. Send Anderson over to set him up in the slot there and hand it off to the back. He goes right up the gut as Darius Moore. And I think they're going to stay with that run because you'd mentioned Urbandale guys playing both ways. Urbandale probably has more guys playing both ways, than a lot of the teams. So part of that is just keep at them and punish them and wear them down here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great call by you. And this Valley staff, they know that that's obviously what's going on there for Urbandale. Wear them out. Second half, when those guys start to get tired, they may bust one.
Here's Provenza. Throws it quick out into the flat to Price. Price trying to get around the corner. He'll get enough for the first down, but is struck down on the far side over there before he can get Jordan Sturdivant as one of them over there, but that's one of their bread and butter plays there. He just steps back, takes it. It looks like Garwood was over there too.
Yeah, good play, Aiden Price showing the speed there, but it looks like a flag on the field. Might bring this one back.
So there was a penalty there. Was that a holding on
yeah, it sure was.
Valley? And that's a costly one from where it came. It goes back and ends up being a long penalty there.
Yeah, what would have been a first down for the Tigers turns into a 2nd and long.
Now Provenza is going to take it himself, and he'll get a few back beyond the original line of scrimmage. And our first penalty of the night. Then Provenza runs it.
Yeah, tough break for this Valley offense. Ill afford for those penalties on big plays like that. Aiden Price picked up well over a first down. It's called back, and now they're staring down a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, 3rd and long here now for the Tigers. You send Craycraft out wide to the right. 2 receivers here to the left. Provenza looks, now rolls. Immediate pressure. Urbandale brings the pressure. Provenza trying to get away. He'll be ripped down by Garwood. Back at the 5.
There he is again. Cole Garwood making his presence felt early and often. What a play. And Provenza trying to get out of the pocket. You see here just under so much pressure. Thought he could have thrown this ball away, possibly Dar, but man, Garwood and a few of those Urbandale defenders are right in his hip pocket.
Well, he didn't have much time to square the body there and throw it away. I think he wanted to, but
he sure didn't.
Yeah. So now Urbandale with a big chance here as they set up. Return man is up at their own, at the Valley 40. Here's the snap. The punt is going to fall short and bounce backward. So everything working Urbandale's way there. As that punt goes from the 7-yard line and it'll be down at the 30, so 23-yard punt.
Yeah, not a great punt from Valley, but Urbandale, this is their 3rd possession of the game. Great field possession on all 3. The first 2 close to midfield. This one, they're well into Tiger territory.
Oh, here comes the Jayhawk offense. They send Arndt in motion out to the left. It gives them 3 receivers out there now. Dropping back, throws it inside and dropped by Bo Carenza.
Yeah, good pass from Rottinghouse. He delivered a strike right between the numbers for Carenza, and that one is right through his mitts, dropped to the turf.
Rottinghouse over there getting the play. Looks like Max Hartzell, the sophomore, now in there in the backfield with Rottinghouse as he drops straight back. They protect him on the blitz, across the middle, a little high and behind Caden Arndt. Man, if that's in the numbers, he's got a big gain there. They had a couple defenders back, so he may not have scored, but it almost a tip drill there for
sure
Valley.
Was. Yeah, the safety almost overran it as well once Arndt tipped it in the air, but a good route by him, and the ball wasn't horribly placed off his arm in between the coverage, the linebacker and the safety, but thankfully for Urbandale, it fell to the turf.
3rd down and 10 for Urbandale at the 30. Hand off to Garwood on the draw, and he gets ripped down. I think fans wanted a horse collar or something there, but he kind of grabbed him by the front of the jersey. So now let's see for Urbandale.
Sorrell Fountain with another great play for this Valley defense.
Carver is 2 of 4 field goals, 45 is his longest here. So they're going to talk it over, I believe, the Jayhawks. Decide what they want to do.
Yeah, this would be a heck of a boot if he can put this one through, make it a 2-possession game.
He's got the wind behind him here. He's kicked a 45-yarder. This would be, what, 47 if you give 7 for the snap.
Yeah.
He'd set it down at the 37, so a little beyond what he's kicked this season, but we'll see what the call is. I mean, punting it, you don't gain a lot because you're so close on it. And then if you go for it and you miss, then you give them good. You're kind of in that iffy no man's land here for the offense for Urbandale. Let's see what they decide to do about it.
Yeah, you're right, Darn. A good point you mentioned in the pregame. The wind is going with the Jayhawks right now, and it looks like they are going to kick it.
Carver's brought the kicking tee out there. He's going to set it up about, well, in between the 36 and 37. And let's see here with 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Carver, 2 of 4 on the season so far. The set is good. The kick is up. Is it going to get there? Oh, false start. Okay, I didn't see that. I was waiting for the officials to throw their arms up or not.
I'll tell you what, Dar, I sure didn't either. I was watching the kick like you.
I thought it went through, but then the officials just stood there.
I was going to say, correct me if I'm wrong, that looked like it got through with plenty of leg.
Yeah. He got it up. But then the officials didn't signal, and then they look back and there's, okay, so now they're going to put it back. This would be a 52-yarder. This one is up, and that's going to be way short. And, you know, in high school, that's all right because you get it back at the 20, and we talked about the punting, you know. So you might as well give it a try, and it was obvious there he didn't get a good foot on that one.
Yeah.
If he hit it like he hit that first one, I think that one had a chance to get there.
I sure do as well, Dar. That first one, we were both watching it go right through the uprights. That was plenty of leg. Holy cow.
Let's take a break. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
We are so much more
Than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors. And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are.
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Back to action here for Valley. Handoff to Darius Moore, and he gets a good run on first down. Takes it up across the 30 to 31, so picks up 11. Is that, you see it here on the replay, that last kick that ran the timeout on the clock, so that could be a costly penalty. It cost him at least 3 points here. We'll see if that looms big later in the game here. Provenza. He rolls, keeps it himself, gets behind the big tackle over there, and he takes it up. Going to get a good gain on first down.
Yeah, absolutely. Back-to-back run plays for Valley to open this drive. First, it's a sophomore tailback picking up good yardage in Mason, and then now it's Provenza from the gun showing off his legs.
He picks up 7. Dar Danielson, Colin Brown with you here on a beautiful night for football at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Michael Provenza brings his team out and start the second quarter. They're trailing 7-0 to Urbandale. Handoff right up the gut, and this time Urbandale plugs it up. Garwood's one of them in there.
Yeah, gang tackle again by this Urbandale defense, Dar, flashing their strength.
Caden,
bust through that line.
I think Caden Browning, he was in too on that tackle. So they're making the yardage between the tackles a little tougher here, but you can sense the momentum hanging with Urbandale right now.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had great field position offensively, and the defense has stood tall to this point.
Here's Provenza, 3rd and 2. Fakes it to Price, hands off to the second back through is Moore, and he'll get it just across the line to gain for the first down.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him, and that's a big first down for Valley. Try and pick up some of that momentum that Urbandale has held throughout the first quarter. Going on a little bit of a drive here, Dar. Let's see if they can keep it going.
1st and 10 now at the 42, their own 42. Valley. Long time in the huddle there. They'll send 2 receivers right. Price is on the inside there. Single back behind. Fake the handoff. Rolling left. Throwing it down and over the head of Price. As he came down and on the drag route, but a little high.
Yeah, I think he had him in Provenza. Good roll. Bootleg there. Nobody around him. It just overshot Price.
When you roll, the thing you got to do is get those feet set before you throw. Otherwise, it will sail on you, and it did that time.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Very last second there. It didn't look like he got the hips fully turned around, and that might have been why it sailed on him a bit.
That brings up a 2nd and 10. Fakes the handoff. Now right across the slot. Picked off. Off the hands. It's picked off by Urbandale. Jordan Sturdivant picks it off.
What a play by Sturdivant off the tip ball. And Provenza put it on the money, I believe.
Yeah, to Anderson, wasn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
I believe so. It was Anderson. He just couldn't
Well, you know
corral
what?
it.
That ball, if you look, it got tipped at the line, too.
Yes.
So it was coming out of there a little bit weird when it came out of there, but Urbandale takes over on the INT now. 1st and 10 at their own 45 with 9:18 to play. Hand off around the end. Goes Ryan Marshall.
Yeah, good chunk yardage there on 1st down for Marshall, flashing his speed to get outside.
Pencil him in. He wasn't one of the guys that was listed in the will be playing. But that's the thing. You use a lot of guys here for Urbandale, a pickup of 6. And there's a jump there.
Yeah, this is a false start, Dar, on the right side of that Urbandale line.
That might have been Trey Hicklin there.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Immediately grabbed his head and knew that. That's the thing. You get that adrenaline rolling, and you want to, your offense is rolling. You want to get out there and push somebody out of the way.
Yeah, just jumped a little bit too early, and that'll set Jayhawk offense back.
So the second penalty on them. Both of them have been on the line. Handoff. The backfield cutting up the right side and knocked out of bounds on the far side.
Yeah, and again, that's a great play, Dar. The running back running hard, and again, it was the offensive line. Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah,
Hunter Bagby.
You're right. And look at this offensive line. Get to the second level, clear space. What a play. It's a 1st down for the Jayhawks.
And they also had, they put that tight end there in the slot. He serves as a lead backer for him, kind of running the H-back or fullback spot. And now we're having false start on Urbandale again.
Yeah, and that can't make this Urbandale staff very happy. That's twice here on this drive. They're setting themselves back, pick up a 1st down, and immediately goes from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15.
And they did it on the field goal that was made, and they said it was no good. So that's three penalties. That was probably the more costly one. Here's the handoff, still looking for room, cuts it up the left side, still going, is Elijah Holt.
Yeah, and Holt breaking tackles on that one, Dar. He got out of the backfield, escaped one defender, and then turned it upfield.
Yeah, he was going pretty quick there, and he picks up the 5 penalty yards plus 2. It makes it 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 at the 41 here. Urbandale trying to turn an interception into points. Dropping back, Rottinghouse throws and into triple coverage for Kai Black. And it's a good thing he threw that one wide.
Yeah, not a great decision by Rottinghouse. He got away with one there. He was looking for his main target or one of them, Black, but man, he was blanketed, as you mentioned, Dar, by 3 defenders. Urbandale lucky they're only looking at a 3rd and 8 here.
So they'll send Charles Cook to the left here. Hartzell's in the backfield with Rottinghouse. Trips to the right. 3rd down and 8. Rottinghouse looking. Pressure, and he'll be sacked. This time the Tiger defense comes through there and gets the sack. Big number 95, Ryan Kennan.
Yeah, it was Kennan. I think the first man there, Dar, was Tristan Irvin, the linebacker, and he stumbled. Didn't quite get Rottinghouse to the ground.
But he kind of reached out, got a hand out there.
Yeah,
but
he sure did.
Got him slowed down, and then Kennan finished him off. You're right, Irvin, got in there. And so now Justin Carper out to punt here for Urbandale. Punting from their 49. High snap is good. Good high kick. Hutchinson lets it bounce, and this is not going to get to the end zone. It's going to be a good roll for Urbandale down to the 3-yard line. So this will be the worst starting position. Valley started out at their 20 on every possession, I believe, so far. On a nice punt there.
Yeah, it sure was.
46-yarder. And a lot of that was probably 20 yards was roll.
It sure was. I'm looking at the replay here with you, Darren. Hutchinson, tough break for him. It was a good punt, but, man, that one rolls down a good 20 yards to the 2-yard line.
So the Tigers, the defense holds up after that interception. And they'll take over, though, 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line with 6:47 to go, trailing here 7-0. Got a pretty good wind at their back right now for Provenza. And timeout Valley, so they want to talk it over. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Back here at Valley Stadium, Urbandale leading Valley 7-0 here in the second quarter. The Tigers take over after a good punt and roll at their own 3 with 6:47 to play here in the second quarter. There's the snap and the handoff, and gonna maybe get a yard is more, maybe 2. They'll give him 2 yards up to the 5.
Yeah, it gives this offense a little more breathing room, Dar, but, man, the defense has continued to stand tall. It's about time for this Valley offense to maybe open things up here, try to get a push here on second. And
they need a big momentum play, don't they? Because it's been all since Urbandale took their first possession after the punt, went down and scored. The momentum's kind of been all on Urbandale's side, but for some penalties that they hurt themselves with, they could have a little bit bigger lead here.
Yeah.
They had a false start on a field goal that looked good, so they had to move it back, and then the kick was short. Here's a handoff to Moore again. Finds some room. Busts it through 20, 25, 30, 35. Wrestled down at the 39-yard line. There's a big play that'll give you some momentum.
Yeah, right on cue. You mentioned it, Dar. They needed something to really bring some of that momentum back to this side. As you look here, the offensive line, great push up front. And then the sophomore back does the rest.
When he cut it back inside, there was nobody there, was there? It was
green room to run, I'll tell you that.
A gaping hole. So a 31-yard pickup by Moore gives him 1st and 10 at the 36. So a little more breathing room, opens the playbook up a little bit more here for Valley, too, when you're not in the shadow of your own goalpost.
Yeah, absolutely. They've stuck with the run quite a bit here in the second quarter of first half. Now possibly this offensive staff gets a little creative, tries to find a guy like Aiden Price out wide for another big play.
Here's Provenza. Got 2 receivers stacked right. Fakes the handoff there, looking downfield, has Price wide open and overthrows him. He had a step on the defender, but just overthrew him. And I do say, look at how heavy that flag is. That wind is probably taking that ball a little more than what you expect.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dar. You look at the replay here, and the wind's blowing with them. Provenza, a nice drop. He delivers a strike, and Aiden Moore, he had a step.
Yeah, but just a yard or 2 in that wind behind it's got to be pushing that ball a little bit.
Yeah, tough break for Valley there.
So, but it does put it in the mind of the Urbandale defenders. Hey, Price has been behind us. We've been lucky here. Let's see what happens again. They flip the receivers to the left side, throw it over there quick to Price, trying to bust him free on the outside this time, and good pursuit. And he's pulled down over there by Isaac Holt, the linebacker.
Yeah, great play by Holt. They get Aiden Price involved again here, and this time he's going nowhere. Holt tracked him down for a gain of, it looks like a loss of 1, actually.
Yeah, loss of 1, 3rd and 11. So here the Urbandale defense has a chance to get the ball back. And again, Valley looking for a big play. Need a first down here. Provenza fakes. Look like they're trying to set up the screen. They do over the top, but Urbandale snuffed that out, and they're going to drop the receiver for a loss there. And they got more on that screen. You could kind of see it developing, and Urbandale read it perfectly.
Yeah, they did. Developing or slow developing screen. Moore got to it, but again, surrounded by Urbandale defenders and tracked down. It was a loss of 4 on the play, and just like that, Valley will have to punt it away again.
So Valley set to punt here. And Urbandale just about got to it, but a good punt gets off. Hits the Urbandale player, bounces up. He's able to pick it up and get a few yards after that, but...
Yeah, I believe it was Gage Olson on the tackle there, Arndt on the return. He fumbled it at first, but thankfully got back to it for the Jayhawks. And then was wrapped up.
42-yard punt there ends up being for Valley, so with the win. So now Urbandale comes back out. And Urbandale could realistically run the clock out, go down here on this drive here with the lead. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, with the way things have been going, both teams bleeding clock here in the early going.
Fakes the handoff, looks, throws across, a little high over the head. There, the intended receiver, which is Max Hartzell.
Yeah, good route combination there by Urbandale, and Hartzell had a step. He was in between the coverage there, but Rottinghouse just delivered a bit too high.
And, you know, you wonder, too, throwing into the wind, if that has an impact, too, on the Urbandale throws. Rottinghouse helps his running back with his gear, then hands it off to him. Hartzell looking for some room there. He gets tripped up after a gain of about 2. So that'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Urbandale.
Yeah, good tackle there by Hunter Clark as he jogs off the field. He went coast to coast to make that play.
Clock still rolling here. Plenty of time on the play clock for Rottinghouse as he shouts out to his receivers. 2 left, 1 right there. And the single back there in the backfield for Rottinghouse. He's rolling under pressure, throws it out, and it's out of the hands of the receiver. They're intended for Arndt, and now Urbandale's going to have to punt into the win.
Yeah, another good stop by this Valley defense. They hold strong, and I tell you what, they've been impressive here, obviously giving up the score on that first drive, and they have been locked down ever since.
Justin Carper back. He set a pretty good foot here tonight. Hutchinson back deep to receive, just inside their own 40-yard line there. Waiting for the punt into the wind. Low snap, gets it off. Had to get it off quickly, and it bounces. Good roll, though, for Urbandale, and it's going to roll all the way back inside the 35.
Yeah, Dar, he barely got that punt off. That one was almost blocked, but again, picked up a good roll. Pinned Valley back inside the 35.
So Valley will take over 1st and 10 at the, 34 with 3:16 to play here. And the Tigers looking again. Urbandale scored way back in the first quarter with 6:36 to go. And they had a field goal that was good, but it was called off because of a jump by the lineman. And now there's a handoff, and inside Darius Moore is met and brought down. Well, that interior defensive line of Urbandale, they're getting the reads and getting off the blocks right now.
Yeah, they sure have. They're dominating the front here on the defensive side for Urbandale, getting pressure on Provenza and then stopping the run game. Besides that 31-yard carry from Moore earlier, really, this front seven for Urbandale has been pretty stout.
Yeah, they've held them pretty sharp, and they've had several tackles for losses here. 2nd and 13 at the 31 for Valley. Dropping back out in the flat. Hits the tight end, and he'll roll and rattle and rumble and stumble all the way up close to a first down. And that's what you need, somebody to make a few extra yards there. That time Bryce Anderson did it.
Yeah, he sure did. He was spinning around. We take a look at the replay here. It's a good ball by Provenza to get it outside, or Provenza, excuse me. And then Anderson does the rest. See him take on one defender there and just spin his way toward a first down.
Yeah, he took Oliver Towers for a little, it was like riding the mechanical bull there. There's a handoff on the draw right up the middle. Moore has some room. Darius Moore gets the first down and inside Urbandale territory with just under 2 minutes to play here, first half.
Yeah, that time, Dar, the Valley offensive line won the battle with the Urbandale front, gave more room to run, and he picks up a much-needed first down with just under 1:50 left to play in the second quarter.
So Valley took over with 3:16 to play. They're trying to drive in and get a score here before the half. Urbandale up 7-0. Provenza gives it off right up the middle. Fumble! Urbandale says they have it. They do. Urbandale gets the second turnover of the night. A fumble.
Wow, what a play by this Urbandale defense, and that was the front four. Take a look at the replay here, and I think Moore just coughed it up himself, Dar.
Yeah, he was trying to move out and just kind of knocked out of his hands, and then...
Yeah, Cole Garwood, I guess, might have got a hand in there, but then he put it on the turf.
But it was, let's see, it was Caden Browning who picked it up off the turf. So, 1st and 10 at the 48 with 1:31 to play here for Urbandale in the first half. And over the right side, stacks him up. The Jayhawks have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, we'll see what this Urbandale staff decides to do. It looks like right now, Dar, they're going to let it run.
Yeah, well, that took a lot of time there, all the jousting stuff they did over there. They're getting up on the ball quickly. Rottinghouse, 2nd and 7 here. Minute to play, first half. Urbandale up 7, trying to get a score before halftime after the turnover. Handed off, and nothing doing there for Elijah Holt. Kind of surprised they don't throw one to the end zone here. I mean, you're out around the 50, but maybe here on 3rd and 7, we'll see what they do.
Yeah, it looks like if you're Urbandale, you got all the momentum, you force a turnover right at midfield, you're already up a score. We'll see if they go to the air with Rottinghouse.
And Valley takes a timeout. So let's keep it here. Randy says keep it here. And we got to find somebody to turn on the lights up here.
Yeah, it's getting dark up in the booth. It's a little lighter down there on the field.
It's nice and cool, though, isn't it? Man, last week I was sitting here and I could feel the sweat kind of rolling down as we didn't get the airflow that we are tonight, but it's nice out. So now Valley, maybe, I don't know, they're at the 50, you know. I don't think they can get the ball back. They only have 1 timeout left, but it's a possibility here on 3rd down. They use that other timeout and get a punt, and then maybe they got a chance to take a couple shots.
Yeah, you never know what can happen, and right now that Valley offense is really struggling to find ways to score. If they can get the ball back, maybe try and pop one in the run game, and if you do so, then you go to the air. But be interesting to see what happens here for Urbandale as well, a 3rd and long. We'll see if Rottinghouse goes to the air himself.
So Urbandale had an interception, and now this drive is coming off a fumble. They weren't able to cash in off the interception. Let's see what they do here if they can get a first down. And they get a fake it, roll out. Rottinghouse now throws down, has his man out there, Black. Kai Black finds him for his first reception of the night. Clock will stop on the first down with 28 seconds to play. They'll line up First and 10 at the 28. You just see the rollout and then the throw, and that was a great throw by Rottinghouse falling back.
It was. He delivered a strike to Kai Black, the Iowa State commit, with a huge third down conversion.
Clock rolling. Throws it outside and incomplete, and that'll help Urbandale because the clock was running down. It took a long time to get up there and call that play. Brings up a 2nd and 10 at the 34 with 12 seconds to go.
Yeah, we'll see. Urbandale Dar kind of in no man's land right now with the wind going against them. It'll be interesting to see if they would run on the kicker in a situation from here.
Yeah, because that'd be a long one here. I'll have to check just a second here what we said. Carver 45 was his long. He tried that 50 was it 47 yarder,
yeah,
and that was
47
short.
yards, sure.
And so now timeout Urbandale. That's their second. They still have a timeout left, so they could still go to the middle of the field if they had to here. And they have a timeout left, pick up some yardage. And then, of course, as you said, that was with the win when he made the 45 that was called off because of the lineman jumping and then missed, or it was that 42 and then missed the 47-yarder.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned it, going against the wind here. But the playbook should be open. As you said, Dar, they got a timeout. You can go across the middle of the field, see if you couldn't get Kai Black in a mismatch, possibly up the seam.
Yeah, they found him for the first time there on that pass. Has overthrown him a couple times and one drop there. And for Urbandale, you just really hate to leave points out there right now because this Valley team's going to make a run back at you sometime here.
Yeah, you sure do. That offense can't be held down for long. They've already missed one field goal, or they made it. Flag brought it back. Try and go up by 2 possessions any way you can here, whether it's in the end zone or through 3.
So Rottinghouse brings them back out here. With 12 seconds to play, Urbandale has 1 timeout left. 2nd down and 10 at the 34. Straight back off the snap. Has a man down the field. Kai Black looks to him. Now he's going to run. He's heading toward the sideline. He's got to get out of bounds, and he does. With 3 seconds to go, well, let's see if he got enough. That'll be at the 29. That would be like a 44-yard field goal into the wind here. He had Black deep there for a moment, but
yeah, he sure did, Dar. Kai Black was open for a second and had a step heading towards the pylon in the end zone.
Now they're going to come out. Let's see they have to go to the end zone here with 3 seconds. Or are they going to let it run down and call a timeout? Yeah, they got 1 timeout. They're letting the play clock run down. 7 seconds. 6, 5. So Urbandale uses their final timeout here of the first half. And little strategy in these last couple minutes here between both these teams.
Not a bad idea. Let the play clock run down, get your kicking unit organized, and I would assume, Dar, they'll come out and try to boot this one, but again, the wind not in their favor.
No, it's a pretty heavy wind. You see the flag up there blowing.
Yeah, they may let Rottinghouse try and throw one into the end zone, a jump ball.
Yeah, or you throw one short to Black and maybe let him try to get something going because you don't have time to even throw it to the outside because there's just 3 seconds. But, and maybe here if you have the hook and ladder, you pull that out or something.
Yeah, go deep into the playbook. Why not? You're already up a score.
See what they do here. Looks, they're coming back out with the offense here. We'll set up 2 receivers left. Rottinghouse, 3 seconds. This will likely be the last play, barring a penalty of the first half. Drops back, looks. Going to throw to the end zone. Short, picked off in the end zone. He's going to bring it out. 20, 30, 35, and he'll run it out of bounds there to end the first half. So a little drama there in the first half for...
Yeah, good play for the Valley defense. Maybe that'll light a fire under this team heading into the second half.
Yeah, that was Andrew Price who picked that off. And, of course, no harm there as it's at the end of the first half here. So we'll go to halftime. Urbandale leading 7-0 over Valley here. Back with more after this on CISN.TV.
All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
For 75 years, Holt Service Trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
Mornings. They can be hectic.
Let's go!
So can your car, so to get a free pickup, drop-off, or delivery, head over to Honest Wrenches. And their loaner vehicles?
No extra charge.
Find your peace of mind with even more wonderful services.
Every vehicle that comes in gets a full visual inspection and a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. No extra charge.
Head on over to Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
Back here at Valley Stadium in West Des Moines. Great first half here as Urbandale leads Valley 7-0. Dar Danielson, Colin Brown. Valley came out and three and out on their first drive. Urbandale took it from their own 44, drove it 56 yards in 7 plays. And it was a Booth run from 13 yards out. The PAT was good, and then it was 7-0. And then they get a little bit of a back and forth tug of war here.
Yeah, they sure did. That was a terrific first drive by that Urbandale offense, Dar. They went right down the field. Booth puts it in. That was a great run, pass, about 50-50 split, honestly, on that drive. But since then, it has been a defensive slugfest, to say the least.
And for Urbandale, we'll see. Maybe that if there'll be some regrets. They then got the ball, drove it down, stalled. We're in field goal range. They kick like a 42-yarder, but got called for a penalty, a jump on the offensive line. That brought it back 5 yards. So then the 47-yarder was short. So they left points on the board there. Then they got an interception, but the Valley defense rose up. And they got a fumble, and the Valley defense rose up and stopped them. And then Valley got, Valley got a fumble there, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did. They took one away from the Urbandale offense as well.
But we mentioned it, this Valley offense, not a lot of big plays yet here tonight. And they've gotten it to Aiden Price, but not a lot. He hasn't been able to break free. Urbandale's obviously keyed in on him, but Darius Moore, a couple good runs, one big run there, but so far no explosive big chunk plays yet out of their offense.
Yeah, you're right. Really, when you look at it, this Valley offense has struggled a little bit. One big pop play there in the run game by Mason to really spring free for 31 yards. And then Price, they've really caught him going laterally as opposed to vertically here in the first half.
Yeah.
The Urbandale defense has done a good job, besides the one play where he did have a step on his defender down the field, Dar, and unfortunately, Parenza just overshot him.
You're right. There was two of those where he got behind and he overthrew. And again, that's thrown with a stiff wind there that, so there's a little woulda, shoulda, coulda out of Valley side of the ball too, But as the coaches have probably tell them, though, they all say, forget that. We're coming out. If you look at Urbandale, okay, we're up 7-0. We've been moving the ball. Our defense has been playing well. Let's keep that up in the second half, right?
Yeah, I think there's two different stories here at halftime. If you're Urbandale, you've had great field position. You could absolutely be up 2 scores minimum. And then if you're Valley, to switch around, you're only down 7 at the break.
Yeah.
So really, this game is well in the balance.
Yeah, with all that's happened, you've only ended up down 7-0 here. So you say, hey, if we put the drive together, our defense has been playing well, hit on a few plays on offense. So, as they say, anybody's ball game, the cliche right now here at halftime, as you see the Valley Band out there playing here at halftime on just a beautiful night. Let's see what the temp is now. It was 85 at kickoff, and it feels like it's cooled down some more here.
Yeah, you can't ask for anything better, Dar. This is Friday Night Lights at its finest.
72,
here in Iowa.
so we've cooled off 13 degrees since kick. But, man, this is perfect September weather.
It is. You can't ask for anything better. As you mentioned in the pregame, it's a huge weekend of football in the state of Iowa alone. Friday Night Lights here this evening. A big game tomorrow in Iowa City. This is a great way to start it.
Yeah, and I love September. Of course, my birthday's in September, in which I want to remind Randy of, so he knows to be out there shopping here for a couple of weeks. And, our producer, because I know he loves to take care of me. So anyway.
He better, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more at halftime coming up after this on CISN.TV.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should.
Back here at Valley Stadium, look at that moon out there. That's like a huge pumpkin out there. And in the sky, Urbandale up 7-0 here at Valley Stadium. Dar Danielson, Colin Brown. Beautiful night, cool night out here. Temperatures dropped down 15 degrees or so since kickoff. And just a beautiful September night. And I don't remember they're going to send that Artemis rocket to the moon and around, but I don't think they've delayed that again here. The first one's going to go around, and then eventually they're going to put somebody back on the moon again. But anyway, it's a beautiful setting here at Valley Stadium tonight. And I don't know if it's something of what's coming, but it's that Valley orange moon right now, isn't it?
It sure is. And hey, Valley could use any help they can get here offensively, trying to kick things off in the second half. Yeah, it's Tiger orange to say the least.
And Valley trailing here, they were never able to mount a big drive even into Urbandale territory here tonight. They've started out, though, all their starting position has either been at the 20 on a touchback, or they had then the one down there where they started out at the 3. So they haven't had real great field position to start out, but if you're going to win ball games in this league, you got to be able to drive the length of the field when you do get it.
Yeah, exactly right, Darn. Yeah, unfortunately for the Tigers, they were backed up there in a few of those drives. You know, you look at the one where it was, I believe, Mason that broke free for 31 yards. But then, yeah, they need to find ways to get the ball downfield, get one of these drives to last, bleed some clock, and then, hey, if they can get this game tied up or even put a field goal on the board, that would put some pressure on Urbandale.
Now, key thing to remember when we go to the second half, Urbandale won the toss and deferred, and Valley took the win. So Valley will kick off, and Urbandale will go, they'll go with the win to start it, and then Valley will have the win in the fourth quarter, which could be, a factor if this game stays tight here with them. We've seen it maybe going with the win is impacting that some. Sometimes you see those, college games, other games, you think going with the wind is better, but I think sometimes it makes your ball sail, and sometimes throwing into the wind, it brings it down a little more. So,
yeah, and I think you're exactly right, Darn. I think we may have saw that with Provenza in the first half. He overshot Aiden Price on a ball with the wind. If that wind's not as strong, that ball may have been completed.
Because I was watching the flag bearers down there. When they put them straight up, they're blowing pretty good, even on field level down there. So that is definitely a factor here tonight in this ball game. So both these two teams trying to, as you see them there, even they're holding them and they're blowing around right at field level. So both these two teams trying to get back even, and man, this is one on either side has a chance to take this one right now.
Yeah, no doubt. This game is wide open and for the taking. Two teams coming off losses last week. Urbandale lost to Johnston, and then Valley obviously right here at home, a 24-7 defeat to Southeast Polk. So two teams that are hungry for a win. Interested to see what these coaching staffs do at half to come out in the second half, try and get things going offensively. Defenses have played well, Dar. They've really locked down, especially in that second quarter. I think it's going to be who can put points on the board here in the third and fourth quarters.
All right, the band's heading off. We're going to head off for just a second here, take a break. We'll be back more from Valley Stadium after this on CISN.TV.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
Community protectors. And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa Iowans win. All love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Here at Valley Stadium, you see the flags blowing there. As got a little bit of a breeze going here for this ball game as we're getting ready to start the second half. Been blowing throughout the ball game. Urbandale up 7-0. Let's take a look at our only score of the game here. As Booth in the backfield, he gets the handoff, looking for room, gets a block up front, and turns it in over the pylon for the touchdown for Urbandale, and that's the only score of the game. Urbandale did kick a field goal, but it was waved off because of a lineman who jumped. And then the next one was 5 yards back and was short. And Dar Danielson, Colin Brown here, and we mentioned a couple times, Valley's not had any real long sustained drives yet here on offense, so they're looking for that in the second half. They will kick off. Urbandale will get the ball after deferring. And then, but Valley will have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, absolutely. We took a look at that. The only touchdown scored, Dar. Got to remind myself that was the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, that was no points set. Yeah, Valley punted. Valley took it 3 and out. They punted, and then Urbandale drove it down, and that was 6:36 to go. And we haven't. It's been a back and forth game since then. Dowling up on Ankeny 7-3, and a good matchup there as Dowling lost to Southeast Polk in their opener, and then came back and won, and now ahead of Ankeny. But that's good. There's right now looking at it, you kind of think, well, Southeast Polk maybe a little edge, but then there's a lot of teams right in there. You got Ankeny, you got Dowling, you got this Valley team, and Urbandale maybe as they go through the season might have a chance to get into the mix. So there's a lot of teams right there in the mix right now here, and either one of these teams would like to get this one and get a little momentum for the win.
Yeah, I tell you what, Dar, 1-1. Both these teams coming into play, coming off a loss last week. Going into tomorrow and next week, I'm telling you, you'd rather be 2-1 than 1-2. In this conference, in the Des Moines Metro, it will be hard to claw back from a 1-2 start. There's a lot to battle for here in the second half this evening.
And two teams finishing their final warm-ups. They'll come on out. And I had a sheet that tells who they're playing next week, but it's in my paperwork somewhere. Have you got it written down? I get too much paperwork in front of me here, and then it gets going.
I'm looking for it here as well. That wind's blowing up here, blowing all of our paperwork around. Scrambling through it, aren't we?
Yeah, but I'm not complaining because last week was sitting here sweating, and now this week it's nice and cool like we got the air on up here.
It sure is. I tell you what, I walked in the booth around 6 o'clock. Definitely a little hotter than it is right now. You can't beat this on a Friday night in September.
So we're getting set for the kickoff here for Valley. As here's the boot. It's going to be high and long with the wind. It'll go out for a touchback. And Urbandale will start out 1st and 10 at their 20.
Yeah, darn, I did find it here. Looks like Valley is on the road at Waukee next Friday night, and then Urbandale visits Roosevelt. So road games for both.
Yeah, road games for both, and a couple good quality teams that will be playing there. And so Urbandale starts out 1st and 10 at the 20. Well, this is probably their worst starting field position of the night here.
Yeah, no kidding. The first couple drives of the game.
Hand off, and over the right side, plowing ahead is Garwood for Urbandale.
And there's Cole Garwood. He plays linebacker.
Wait a minute, was that Garwood or was that Booth?
You're right. It may have been Booth. Mistakenly.
I thought it was 8, but it's 0.
Yeah, you're
so
right. They
Booth.
look the same. I'll tell you what. Yeah, both strong runners in the backfield, and then Garwood obviously playing both ways, that middle linebacker position.
So it was Booth, and he gets the first down. 1st and 10 at the 31, picked up 11. Hand off up the middle, now cuts it out, breaks it through, and gets close to the first down there.
Yeah, it looked like 27 on the carry
Elijah
for
Holt,
Urbandale. Yeah, Holt.
They've been using a lot of different guys.
They sure have.
Out of the backfield tonight.
Yeah, and Holt's got some wheels on him. He kicked that one out to the left side, made something out of nothing for this Jayhawk offense.
So trips right. Holt stays in the back position as Rottinghouse moves over and looks for the play. Everybody checks their plays on their wrists, and we're ready to go. 3 seconds on the play clock. Handed off. Jukes a tackler. Gets across the 45 up to the 49-yard line. There's Elijah Holt again on a big run.
Boy, what a play by Elijah Holt, A juke move in the backfield, stutter stepped one defender, and then broke free over the right side. A huge first down for Urbandale.
So Holt picks it up, and it's 1st and 10 at the 48. Rottinghouse again looks over, and Urbandale's content to run a lot of clock here because they got the lead.
Yeah, and why not? Your defense has stood strong here thus far, no doubt.
Don't want to leave any more time than they have to for Valley. Play clock at 5. There's the snap. Hand off to Holt. Holt trying to turn the corner this time and doesn't quite get there as he's met. Closing is Supple for Valley.
Yeah, good play by Supple there. He met Mitchell on the sideline and popped him pretty good.
Pickup of just 1. Fifth play now here of the drive. First drive of the second half. Rottinghouse back. Wanted to wing it out to the flat, not there. Now pulls it down and runs, crosses the 50, gets out of bounds as under pressure there by Mason Ray, the big D lineman. But they covered that back. He had nowhere to go with it on his first option read there.
Yeah, you could tell Rottenhouse was looking to go to his back. I believe it was Mitchell again. Nowhere to go with the football. He takes it over the left side for a pickup of, looks like 2, maybe 3. It sets up a 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 at the 48. Their own 48 for Urbandale. Fake the handoff, and then it's batted around. Oh, almost picked off. Wow. Diving in there, big number 95 was Ryan Kennan.
Yeah, what a play by Kennan. He got his hands up there. He knew Rottenhouse was sitting back to throw that football, and boy, he almost picked that one off himself.
Well, that's the next best thing. If you can't get to the quarterback, get the hands up and block it or tip it or something, and he almost tipped it to himself, as you said. So now it'll be 4th down and 6 at the 48, and Hutchinson back. And
looks like a timeout here by Valley, huh?
Okay, so Valley is going to take a timeout before the punt here. I don't know if they didn't have enough people out there or what the deal was, but
yeah, interesting call. This early in the 3rd quarter, you're about to get the ball back. You burn one.
Yeah, in a tight game, you don't want to burn them because you may need them later. But then again, it's probably better that everybody knows what you're doing here on this punt. Maybe some might have thought they had the block on. Others maybe didn't get the call. So it's like, hey, let's call timeout and make sure. Now they're going to send a a second safety back. Well, I guess, yeah, they are going to send another guy back deep there with Hutchinson.
Yeah,
it's
it looks
Isaiah
like
Peaks.
19. Yeah, Peaks will be back there as well. And with the field position Valley's had, a solid punt return here would loom large.
Oh, beautiful punt into the wind, but is it going to, no, it took a sideways bounce. Looked like it was going to bounce into the end zone, but it takes the Urbandale spin. A Torrey Taylor special right there see him do that for the Hawkeyes. Man, that thing looked like it was going to just bounce. Watch it here. Looked like it was heading straight for a touchback when it came down. But then you had the side English, and man, it just rolls right in there, and they'll dot it about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, Dar, you read my mind. Shades of Torrey Taylor there. That beautiful punt. Urbandale punter's been terrific here so far.
And so that gives Valley 1st and 10 at the 4. That's not their worst starting position. They had 1st and 10 at the 3. And makes a handoff, spins around.
And I believe, Dar, a new back in the game. I don't believe that was Mason on the carry there. 28 possibly for Valley.
Should be Damon Head.
Damon Head, I believe, with the carry there.
Okay. He gets no gain. Handoff again right up the gut. And this time he gets a few yards. And he'll pick up 3.
Yeah, sets up a 3rd and long for Valley. A huge conversion would be needed here. See if Parenga can deliver.
Hand off over the left side and pulled down. And so that'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, great play by the Urbandale defense. Another 3 and out for Valley. Give the ball back to the Urbandale offense, and this Valley team needs a great punt here from Dawson Stein. That would be huge.
Yeah, he's be punting out of his own end zone. He does have the wind to his back. And single safety go back to about the 45 for Urbandale. And a good punt and fielded on the run at the 40, Caden Art. And then he'll bring it inside the 50. So about a 12-yard return.
Yeah, decent return from Arndt there, but an even better punt by Stein. He really got a hold of that one. Gives his defense a shot here.
Yeah, that was like a 53-yard punt. So to be 1st and 10 at the 47 for Urbandale. Here's Rottinghouse. Steps up, hands off, looking for room, and no room there this time for Elijah Holt. He's pulled down.
Yeah, great play there by 95 in black. Again, that's Ryan Kennan. He has made a statement here to open things in the second half. That's his second big play, stopping Mitchell in his tracks behind the line.
And loss of 3 brings up 2nd and 13. And trying to get outside, but Valley's right in there on him. And he'll lose yards again. This was Ryan Marshall. And Urbandale now going backwards. See the replay here. Marshall, he had no chance there.
Yeah, that was Panks on the tackle.
Yeah.
And boy, did he come up hard from his DB position. What a play.
He couldn't give Pinks the slip there, could he?
Sure
Sorry,
could.
I had to use that. 2nd and 20 at the 43. Looking for the shot out in the flat. They got a man. Cuts it up. Stiff arms. Now inside the 40. A big pick up and run over there. Is that Garwood? That is Garwood.
Yeah, that is Cole Garwood, I believe. Yeah, it sure was for Urbandale, and I can't tell, Dar, if he picked up enough or not. I think they're going to mark him just short, but a good play call. Rottinghouse delivers a good ball, and Garwood does the rest.
Had a lot of room up there, and this wended his way down, so now it looks like they will maybe go for it here at 4th and 1.
Yeah, 4th and 1, you got all the momentum. Trying to get back on the scoreboard, why not?
Hand off, Garwood, he'll cut it up and get the first down inside the 35.
Yeah, good play call by this Urbandale staff, Dar. Garwood over the right side. Great blocking up front from that O-line once again, and they stacked it. Garwood had lead blockers out in front. Huge first down conversion.
So 1st and 10 for Urbandale. Well, they're driving, they're also chewing up the clock. Rottinghouse comes back over. Got it back on his hip. He now steps up. Hartzell. They hand off to Garwood. And he drives it down. Looks like Urbandale's just been looking for the back with a hot hand. For a while there it was Hoyt. Now they found Garwood, and they're just keep feeding him the ball here.
Yeah, common theme here on this drive, Dar. They're going over the right side. They're making that offensive line work, but nonetheless, it's opening up holes for the backs to do some damage, and it looks like got a late flag here.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to mark them back. I didn't see the call on the field. A possible hold, it looks like. Tough blow for Urbandale as they were driving it right down the field close to the red zone.
So that moves it back 10 yards. Will make it a 1st and 15 at the 39. Rolling. They throw it out in the flat. And that's Booth, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Booth 0 there with the catch. Again, good defense by Valley. They read that one well. I believe 54. Mason Ray, possibly.
So that brings up 2nd and 12 here for Urbandale. Wing out in the flat, caught, trying to break free. Over there is Cook. But he's pulled down. It'll be short of the first, but it'll be a little more manageable 3rd down now as Supple brings him down.
Yeah, Cook with another catch, using that size to his advantage. Sets up a 3rd and 6, and we'll see what Urbandale dials up here.
Well, they've really been mixing it up here on the defense. And you're right. Let's see what play they run. Trips to the right. Rottinghouse drops back. Pressure. Blitz, and this time he's not going to get away from that one. Tristan Urban came roaring in there, and there was no time at all.
Yeah, that's the game-changing tight end right there for Valley, Dars. You look at the replay, Tristan Irvin, he came into the game tonight, 20 tackles on the season. That led this team. Huge sack there for Valley.
So that puts Urbandale out of field goal range, too, following the sack. And look to punt. Carper, he's been excellent tonight punting. He gets it off. Irvin came in hard. This one bounces back, takes a Valley bounce about 10 yards back the other way. That's going to end up being a 1, 2, 3, 4, about a 4-yard punt. And because of the rollback on it.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Urbandale. I think he got a little pressure on that one.
Yeah.
A sky-high punt, but ended up kicking back in favor of Valley. And as I was just going to say, Urbandale kind of adopted that Iowa mentality here tonight. Punt the ball, play field position with the lead. But now Valley, some of their best field position of the night here to start this drive.
Well, the Urbandale ground a lot of time off that clock, so here's a chance now for Valley. to come out and get a drive together. Here's Provenza. Looking a lot of time, and then Lady gets pressure. He throws, and is it caught? It is, I think.
Yeah, I believe so too. It looks like it was caught. I believe Nimley on the catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, his first of the night. Provenza, plenty of time in the pocket. Good protection by that offensive line, and then right as he was getting hit, he delivered a strike to Nimley, who picks up 3, sets up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, he had to be real patient because he had, a lot of time, and then all of a sudden things broke down. Valley, 2 receivers out right now. Going to go look like run pass option, or run option, run pitch option, and he takes it up and gets a couple yards.
Yeah, Provenza over the right side there, picks up a few. That's good play by the Urbandale front. They sniffed that one out early.
3rd and 5 at the 40 here now for Valley. Valley needs a first down. They need a sustained drive here.
Yeah, they sure do, Dar. I think their last touchdown came in that first half of last week's game, so anything here would be huge for this offense.
Provenza, man in motion. Price hands off up the middle. Darius Mason is stonewalled right at the line of scrimmage and pushed back for a loss of a yard.
Yeah, great push up front from this Urbandale front 4. The linebackers then got in on the action, gave Mason really nowhere to go, as that'll send out the punt unit for the Tigers.
So back deep is Caden Arndt for Urbandale. He's going to go all the way back to about his 20 because of the wind. And a good punt off. Arndt takes it, but he had his knee down at the 18.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looked like his knee was on the ground when he fielded that punt. Sure enough, the referees did blow it dead. Solid punt there from Valley, but the defense, Dar, again going to have to stand tall, try and keep this a 1-score game.
So here's Urbandale into the wind here for 4 seconds. For the 3rd quarter. Hand off, looking for room outside.
And I believe
Is
that was
8
Booth.
or 0? Which
yeah,
one was that?
Tough to
that
tell,
was 0,
isn't it?
yeah.
It looks like it was Booth over the right side that time. Good pickup on 1st and down. It looks like that'll take us to the 4th.
That'll do it for the 3rd quarter. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this. Urbandale with the ball in the lead on CISN.TV.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
We'll start the 4th quarter here. Urbandale with the ball. 2nd and 6 at the 22, leading 7-0. And it's been back and forth since Urbandale scored with 6:36 to go in the 1st quarter. Neither team has been able to crack the end zone. There's a handoff and plowed out of bounds on the far sideline. That time is Garwood.
Yeah, they go back with Garwood there. on 2nd and 6. He picks up a few again over the right side. Common theme here this evening for Urbandale offense, Dar. When they've ran the ball, they're going over the big right side.
So where are they marking that now? Are they? They're giving him the first down. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was short.
I thought he was a little short too, but they must have marked it over there. Rottinghouse drops back and he's snowed under. Hutchinson, one of them in there on that, and Kennan, the other one. Them roaring in there. And the sack, that's got to be about the 4th sack of the night, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say there's been some pressure on these quarterbacks, and Kennan, man, he's been the igniter for this Valley defense here in the second half. Play after play, we keep seeing 95 come out of the fold.
Loss of 8 brings up 2nd and 18 here. Valley defense looking for either a big play score or just force the punt here. Jared Fisher coming into that line. Fake the handoff. Rottinghouse rolls, looks, throws upfield, and everybody's covered there. He had Garwood out there and Carenza, but they were both well covered in the flat.
Yeah, they sure were, Dar. That's good defense by Valley. They didn't bite on the play action. Rottinghouse rolling out to his left side and nowhere to go with the football.
So big 3rd down here for Urbandale and for Valley. Tigers could get the ball in pretty good field position if they can hold them. 3rd and 18. Garwood goes in motion. They hand it off, and he'll be stopped short. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, does Booth. And that'll bring up 4th down here.
Yeah, good stop by this Valley defense. They're going to give their offense another shot at it here. Should have decent field position, Dar.
Bring Carper back out, and we got a Valley player down. Now, Valley came close to getting to Carper on that last punt that he kicked a little short because of it, so we'll see.
Yeah, they sure did. Set Valley up with decent field position, but then the Urbandale defense answered right back, forcing a punt. Here we go, back and forth.
Pink's coming off the field a little gingerly there, but
yeah, good to see him get up and walk off under his own power.
So Justin Carper will go back for Urbandale. Hutchinson will come back for Valley. The sole safety man back there. Let's see if they come after it here. Looks like they got everybody up on the line. Block punt would be big at this stage of the game. As we hit the 10-minute mark to play in the ball game. Here they come, and he gets it off, and it's out of bounds over at the 44. And I think that impacted a little bit. He had to kick that quick. He didn't get the big high straight punt that he's been getting all night.
Yeah, I like that call. I like that call from the Valley coaching staff, Dar. Put some pressure on the punter, and, hey, it works out. Great field position to start this drive. It looks like right at their own 45-yard line. That may be the best field position they've had all night to start a drive.
Yeah, they haven't. They've been back around the 20, back there deep quite a bit tonight. And so here's Provenza bringing out the offense. Darius Mason in the backfield. Bunch tight formation here. Fake to Mason. Rolling out, rolling. Wanted to throw. Now he's going to take it and rip down from behind by Garwood. He maybe got a yard sliding ahead on that. Looks like he did, but Garwood with the closing speed.
Man, the senior linebacker delivering the goods yet again. You see it here. I like the play call, actually, and a couple guys did end up open downfield for Valley, but nowhere to go with it right away for Provenza. And then it's all about number 8 wrestling him down out of bounds.
And he took that angle, the good angle there, so 2nd and 8 at the 47. Here for Valley. Rolling, keeping the ball himself. Provenza looking for room. Cuts it up and slides ahead. Gets a good pickup there. It'll maybe about 7 or 8 let's see.
Yeah, it looks like darn maybe a yard short, somewhere in that range right there.
Yard
Good.
or two. I think he'll mark him 2 yards short. So it'll be 3rd and 2 at the 47. 14-10 Dowling. In the 3rd over Ankeny. Good one going on there, and then have an Urbandale player coming off here, Caden Browning.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Hopefully 54, Browning.
He's one of those defensive linemen that rotates in.
Yeah, walking very gingerly.
And it seems like I've been saying this all night. Big 3rd down for Valley here to keep the drive going. They just haven't gotten one sustained along one here.
Yeah, credit to both these teams' defenses. They've really locked down on 3rd down. We'll see if Valley can convert here.
Hutchison and Price wide to the right. They flip Anderson over, the tight end on the left. Handle off. Mason right up through. Breaks another tackle. Pulls down almost to the 30-yard line for the 1st down. Well, we'll say he was down at the 32. 1st and 10, Valley. There's just an old-fashioned power play.
It sure was, and there's the stellar sophomore back, Darius Mason, doing some work up the middle, and then he's just breaking tackles inside the 35-yard line. Tell you what, Dar, this kid is going to be a stud for years to come.
Trips now to the left for Provenza. Pitches to Mason. Mason bullseye through 2 tacklers and almost down to the 1st down marker. Wow.
Wow, Darius Mason delivering the goods. Put a blow on 2, like you said, Dar, as we take a look at it here.
Just
unbelievable run.
Whoa, lowers his shoulders and plows right through 2 tacklers to pick up 8 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 at the 24.
Yeah, Dar, Valley starting to get some momentum here near in the red zone.
And off Mason, looking to cut it outside, inside the 20. Down to the 15, still pulling tacklers. Man, he's running with a purpose right now, isn't he?
He sure is. Darius Mason, he's feeling in the backfield for Valley. Another carry, this one over the left side. Picks up a good chunk of change again. This Valley offense now threatening inside the red zone.
They roll the clock, 1st and 10 at the 14.
Tell you what, Dar, this may be a time where this Valley offense goes back to Aiden Price. He's been quiet here in the 2nd half.
We'll see. They could add it, maybe you fake the Mason in, as you're right, go out to Price. Price out there on the left side, inside receiver. They fake, roll out. Provenza throws it toward the end zone. Caught, dropped. Oh, right down there toward the goal line.
Yeah, I like the play call for Valley. They roll or bootleg Provenza out to his right side. As you see it here, they fake it. The back Mason, and then he had Price open, and defender might have got a hand in there, but it looked like he had some mitts on it.
Yeah. Just roll him down. And for Urbandale, Isaac Hoyt was out there on the edge, but he was able to get around him. 2nd and 10 at the 14. Provenza takes it up the middle himself, cuts through. Touchdown, Valley. 14 yards.
What a play and what a run from Michael Provenza. You see it here. He fakes the pitch. Just goes straight up the gut, Dar. 14-yard TD run. I'll tell you what, this kid can do it with his arm. He can do it with his legs. That's a big-time play.
And you got all eyes watching 22 Mason because he's just rumbled it down there for him, and then all of a sudden they turn around and Provenza runs it in. Here's the extra point. Up. Good. We're tied. 7-all here. Back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students.
Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Here at Valley Stadium, the Tigers go 55 yards here to score and tie it up in the fourth quarter. And 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Here's the kickoff. Short one comes up, fumbles it, but goes down, gets it, and covers it up right about the 20. And wow.
Yeah, what a
Jordan
drive from that Valley
Sturdivant.
offense.
But now the thing is, how will Urbandale respond? They've had the momentum, it seemed like, throughout the entire ballgame until Valley just said, hey, we're giving it to Mason. He's going to pound it through. He did a lot of good extra effort there. And then they go fake it to him, and Provenza runs it in.
Yeah, that little fake pitch, QB keep. Beautiful play call by the Valley staff to get in the end zone.
So 1st and 10 at the 20, 7:25 to play. Urbandale with it. And outside and then ripped down for a loss. That time for Urbandale.
Yeah, you can tell, Dar, the
Hunter
momentum.
Bagby.
Yeah, Bagby on the carry. You can tell that momentum shift is real. This crowd, you can tell, getting into it a little bit. Valley defense feeding off that score.
Here come the Jayhawks. Send a man in motion. That's Kai Black. He's been kind of quiet tonight. They've kept him down. Looking for him. Now they throw it late, and is it caught? No. Bo Carenza went down but couldn't get it off the turf.
Yeah, boy, good play. I don't know how Rottinghouse got that ball off. He was under heavy pressure.
Watch here. He takes a look. He's within a second of throwing it to Black, and then the pressure came in by Hutchinson because I think Black was open down the seam, but Hutchinson kept him from throwing it.
Yeah, looking for the big target, Black. He's been quiet here in the second half for this Urbandale offense.
3rd and 13 at the 17 for Urbandale. Find themselves tied for the first time here tonight after leading it most of the way. Dropping back, Rottinghouse throws out. Here's Black. He gets him right down the sideline for the first down.
Wow, great pitch and catch, Dar. Rottinghouse dropped back and threw a missile in between the coverages, the corner and safety. Wide open was Kai Black over the right side. Look at a beautiful ball here from the senior quarterback.
18-yard pickup gives him the first down at the 35. 6:20 to play. And there's a jump, I think, by Urbandale. That's the 4th false start by Urbandale tonight. The big one cost them on the field goal that they went through, but they waved it off because of the false start. So that'll move it back to a 1st and 15 at the 30. Clock stopped at 6:10 to play. Jayhawks trying to respond after Valley scored to tie it up. Handoff, looking to room on the right side. Cuts it up and knocked out of bounds. Over there was Hunter Bagby.
Yeah, pick up a few for Bagby. They pulled the left side around to try and give him help, get upfield, but nothing doing. Great play again by this Valley defense. It looked like 54. Mason Ray in there again.
2nd and 12 for Urbandale. Kai Black, they found him just twice tonight. And Rottinghouse looks to the sideline again, now comes back. They adjust the formation. Hands it off, right up the gut. And Hartzell, or was that Bagby? I think that was Bagby on the carry. Got a few there. So now 3rd and 9 at the 36.
Yeah, and I think you got to keep another eye out here for big 15 in white, Kai Black.
And let's see if Valley dials up the pressure again on defense.
Yeah, Jalil Dorn responsible for him at the bottom of your screen.
Dropping back, blitz up the middle. They get it, swing it out, and he's not going to get room out of there. Holt.
Yeah, Drew Supple with the tackle as well.
And they sent Urban on a blitz right up the middle, forcing the action there.
They sure did, and he got there in a hurry.
So now 4th down. Urbandale going to, well, they looked like for a minute maybe they might go for it, but that's, you got 4:40, you got 3 timeouts. I think you're better off to try to pin them deep. Now Valley's brought the pressure the last couple punts here and forced a kicker to get it off sooner than he wanted. This time he gets off a good one, straight deep over the head of Hutchinson, and now it's going to get an Urbandale bounce down to the 10-yard line. So that's where Valley will take over.
Yeah, good punt there from Urbandale. Valley brought the house again, Dar, and this time it looked like Hutchinson just quite couldn't make up his mind and then lets it go over his head. Lands inside the 15, rolling all the way down to the 10, 11-yard line. Good punt by the Jayhawks.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 10 for Valley with 4:13 to play. Tied at 7. Urbandale scored first with 6:36 to go, a Booth 13-yard run. Then the PAT, then it was a Provenza run, 14 yards. PAT good, and we're tied at 7. Here's Provenza. Hands off to Mason. He's looking for room, cuts it back inside. And he gets good yardage. And here's where we talked about where that big grinding line of Valley may grind you down here late in the game.
Yeah, I tell you what, they've really picked things up in the second half, giving Mason room to run, and he showcases his vision, be able to put his foot in the ground and get upfield. Tell you what, this sophomore back is going to be a terrific playmaker for this Valley offense.
And he's not going down on first contact either. He's,
yeah, he
rolling on
sure
through
is
for some extra yards.
Yeah, not afraid to lower the blow or lower his shoulder.
2nd and 3 for Valley. And timeout Valley here.
And I believe, Dar, that's the second of the half.
Yep,
for the
that's
Tigers.
their second. They used that one early on. So we'll take a break. We'll be back after this on CISN.TV.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Back to action, Valley. Hands off, Mason. Room over the left side, he'll get the first down. So out over the 20 to the 24-yard line. Now Urbandale needs a stop, to say the least. Valley, they're going to try to drive it down, use all the clock up, and score to win it.
Yeah, I was going to say, this Urbandale defense has got to be feeling a little pressure now. You had to lead this entire game. Before you know it, things are knotted at 7.
Pitch back. Oh, fumble. Mason gets down on his own. Well, that pitch came in kind of high for him. And just about total disaster for Valley there, but Mason gets back down on it, loses a yard. I'll see here. It came right up and he didn't quite handle it, so that brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22. Provenza trips left side, looks, throws a quick out to the tight end. And Bryce Anderson with the catch. That gives him a little more breathing room on 3rd down.
Yeah, I like what I've seen from Bryce Anderson here tonight, Dar. Steady contributor at the tight end position. That time he just slips out into the flat for a big pickup, setting up 3rd and 4.
They're going to send Spines and Price out wide right. And Provenza's going to roll, try to get it himself, cuts it up, and crosses the 1st down marker. It'll be a 1st and 10 as he gets almost to the 35. Well, they're going to put the nose right on the 35, so 1st and 10 Valley. 1:46 and rolling here.
Boy, I tell you what, Dar, this is a quarterback that really knows how to use his legs to his advantage. On that play, he just found space and then all of a sudden cuts it up for a huge 1st down.
And it gives you another weapon the defense has to be prepared for. Dropping straight back now, looking. Throws out wide, has a man. Beautiful throw to Price. And he's up for another 1st down up close to the 50.
Yeah, what a throw by Provenza. He finds his main man, Aiden Price. Good route by the senior receiver. Provenza puts it on him.
And look at, he had all day back there this time as that line holding off the rush. Urbandale been getting in there on him, but now late in the game, he had 4, 5, 6 seconds back there to look downfield.
He sure did.
On that deep route. He'll send Price and Craycraft to the right. Hand off Mason. Mason looking to get outside. And gets out of bounds after a pickup of maybe 4.
Yeah, Darius Mason going over the left side again. That's been a common theme for this Valley offense here in the 2nd half. They're really making that left side work up front, and it's paid off for the Tigers.
And fake to Mason, throw across and drop. This time by the tight end. Low throw, he's kind of mad at himself. Thought he should have had that one.
Yeah, wide open was the tight end on that play, Dar, and that's one Provenza and Anderson, which they had back. Anderson had to go to the turf to get it, but man, if he could have stayed on his feet, he might have gashed the defense for 6.
So field goal, Dawson Stein 1 of 2, 38 is his long on the season. You are going into the wind here, so they need to pick up some more yardage to get close, quite a bit more here, to get into field goal range. Hand off, and this time nothing doing there as he's met right in the backfield by Drew Sickerson.
Yeah, what a play by this Urbandale defense coming off the RPO where Anderson just fell to the turf without it, and then the Urbandale defense just stuffs.
So what do you do here? Timeout Urbandale. They stop the clock. Your Valley, do you punt it away?
Well, that's a tough decision. 1:06 left on the clock. You know what, Dar? I think I would. Your defense has stood tall after that first drive here this evening.
Because basically, if you don't pick it up, they get it on your side of the 50. So that makes sense. As you see here on the replay again, as they just came right on through. Really, nobody picked him up at all there. I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah, miscommunication possibly up front.
I don't know what they thought the play was going to be, but man, untouched.
Yeah, the Valley coaching staff will look at that one on film and probably have some questions that need to be answered. Tough blow on 3rd and long, trying to pick up a first, and it does look like they will punt it away.
And Dawson Stein will go back. And Urbandale single man back is Caden Arndt. Oh, punt is blocked. Partially blocked, and Urbandale falls on it at the 40. Wow. Let's see if we can pick up who got on that punt.
Yeah, what a block from this Urbandale unit. I'm trying to figure it out as well. A few bodies were back there.
Oh, who was that went up in the air on that far side?
It might have been 8.
22, Randy
22.
We'll see. Anyway, 1st and 10 for Urbandale at the 41, and then there's a flag. Well, there's a false start, the 6th false start tonight for Urbandale. Well, that moves them back 5 more. 1st and 15 at the 36. Urbandale with 2 timeouts remaining. 1:04 to play. Here we go. Rottinghouse. Oh, ducks under the tackle, but he won't the second time through. And there's the big sack.
Yeah, Surreal Fountain.
Man.
Man, a big motor from Fountain. He missed him one time.
Yeah, he
and
got
then
the
see
duck
it
under,
here.
but not the second time.
Yeah, he sure did. Fountain just bulldozing his way through the line, and he comes back.
He kept contact with him, though, after the duck under, didn't he? So he knew where he was and then came back down on him. 2nd and 23 at the 28. 30 seconds to play. Urbandale with the ball. Dropping back, looking, blitz, and it's going to fall incomplete. As Jack Funk blitzed in there, put the pressure on Rottinghouse.
Yeah, that time Funk comes through untouched and almost, it looked like he almost didn't get it off. It was a fumble on the turf, but they say his arm was going forward.
Yeah, here's what you don't want is a turnover here right deep in your own territory here. So 3rd and 23 at the 28-yard line. Urbandale looking to the sideline to get the play. Now they're going to use one of their timeouts. And you might as well here because, you know, you're likely going to go to overtime if you can't get the ball out of there. And you, like you say, you don't want to get a turnover and give Valley the ball in good field position deep here. So you're better off to, because it's 3rd and 23. So what did Randy say?
Yeah, he just said it was 8, and guess who that is? The do-it-all man, Cole Garwood, I believe, Dar.
Blocked that punt.
Man, sure, he can just do it all.
Well, the question now is, can Urbandale capitalize on it? Because Valley's defense has risen up here, and it's been a slugfest here defensively. Although, you know, we've seen some good drives by the offense, and that first drive of Urbandale right down the field, and then it took Valley a while, but that last touchdown drive, man, they drove it right down.
Yeah, 2 long drives for touchdowns. You hit it on the head.
But the long drives have been few and far between here tonight as the defenses have stepped up.
Yeah, they sure have, Dar. It's been a defensive slugfest. Urbandale's got to be kicking themselves with that penalty on first down to back them up, staring down a 3rd and 23.
And then go back to that penalty on the field goal that wiped it off the board. So here we go. 3rd and 23 at the 28 for Urbandale. Rottinghouse is out. He's got trips to the left, one receiver to the right. High snap, hands off to Garwood. He's looking to take it around the corner. Garwood turns the corner. He's not going to get the first down. He's going to give him a little more room, though, to have to punt it here.
Yeah, the Urbandale offense, they decide to go conservative, punt it away with 18 ticks left on the clock. I like the call, Dar.
Yeah, I
actually.
do too. But the only better thing might have been if he stayed in bounds and then you let the clock run out. You don't risk any kind of block or big return on the punt, but
yeah,
he had
I
all
agree.
his momentum heading that way, trying to turn the corner.
Yeah, he sure
So
did.
Valley takes another timeout. Now you might as well use them because, you know, it's unlikely with 18 seconds you're going to get many plays.
Yeah, burn them while you can. You're not taking them home with you, and the way we're looking at it right now, it sure looks like we're headed for overtime.
Don't say it, Randy. I have a little nickname around here, Mr. Overtime.
Well, there you go. I'm in the right spot then tonight, huh?
Just a good ball game, back and forth here between the two. And Urbandale's going to wonder, too. We talked about the field goal wiped off, and then they had an interception and a fumble in that first half. They were unable to cash in on that, but then you got to throw the credit back to Valley's defense has stepped up here tonight. Then the Valley offense awoke when they needed it.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
Timely drive.
We have a 13-yard touchdown run by Urbandale with 6:36 to go in the first quarter, then a 14-yard run by Valley with 7:26 to go in the fourth quarter. And in between that, it's just been wearing the field out back and forth here. Here's a key punt for Urbandale. Snap is good. The punt is away. Already calling for the fair catch. Takes it over the shoulder back at the, where are they going to mark that? The 25 for Valley. Pinks. So 25-yard line, 12 seconds. No timeouts left for Valley. Do you go throw it deep, or do you play conservative, take a knee, and go to overtime here?
Yeah, I tell you what, Dar, that's a decision for the head coach down there and his staff. But, man, I think if I was out there, I would try to maybe run the ball. I mean, Mason has been good here in the second half. Pop something over to the left side. You can put it in the air. You got faith in a senior quarterback, but, man, that would be a tough call.
I think by the formation we can tell what they're going to do here. They're going to take a knee and go to overtime. They do. Takes a knee, and that'll wind the clock down, and we will go to overtime here. Both these teams clawing and fighting, trying to get win number 2 on the season.
Yeah, an absolute battle we've had here. Terrific game. Both sitting at 1-1. You don't want to be 1-2 at this point in the season. Still a lot to be determined here heading to OT.
Let's take a break. We'll do that and be back after this on CISN.TV.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
Not all used vehicles are created equal.
DeArmond certified used vehicles have a big advantage.
What sets us apart is that all used vehicles receive a 175-point inspection.
Carfax report, 2 oil changes, collision deductible coverage, and wheel dent and windshield repair.
Also, all DeArmond certified come with 2 warranties. A 1-year 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper and a 2-year 100,000-mile powertrain. DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service
We're going to overtime here at Valley Stadium, and coming up could be the crucial call right here of the coin toss. Who you call, and you want to be on defense first. Let's see. Looks like Valley Did Valley win it? Yep, they're going to go down to, I figure they go to this end, so let's see. Yep, Valley won the toss and will play defense first. You want to do that because then you get to see what the other team does. So Urbandale will come out first on offense. They'll go down to...
Yeah, sure. That's a big win for this Valley defense. Get out there on the field. They've been hot here. Have kept Urbandale out of the end zone since that first drive in the first quarter. See if they can stand tall once again here in OT.
So they set the ball at the 10. And you got to get it in the end zone or you can kick a field goal, and then it's the other team's turn. So the big key is winning that toss. Urbandale scored 6:36 to play in the first quarter on a Booth 13-yard run. Then Valley with 7:26 to play. Provenza, the quarterback, kept it on a 14-yard run. And now here's they're saying reset the play clock. Okay. Rottinghouse comes out. He's got Booth behind him. Two receivers right. Hand off to Booth. He's looking to turn to left side. Cuts it in. Scrambles down to the 6.
Yeah, good hard run there by Booth. He waited patiently for a hole to open up. It looks like he picked up around 5.
And we got a
it looks like we have an official
down out there. I think he got caught up in that turn around the corner there. I think they're marking at the 6, so it'll be a pickup of 4. Yeah, the official went down. As things got kind of caught up over there. Other scores: Ankeny Centennial over Waukee 28-6. Southeast Polk over Northwest 42-14. Dowling up 17-10 over Ankeny. So, there's Urbandale player too that's coming out.
Yeah, it looks like 61 for Urbandale, Dar. Player down alongside the referee.
That would be... Let's see, that is Colin Giles, lineman. So here's Urbandale. 2nd and 6 in overtime. Rottinghouse up under center. Hands off, looking to turn the corner. Has a block on the outside. Bowls ahead. Loses the ball. Who got it? Who got it? Urbandale keeps it.
Boy, what a break for this Urbandale offense.
Booth took it. Looked like he might have been able to cut inside there, but, well, I guess no. His blocker had him held up there. He lost the ball, but then was able to get it back.
Yeah, it was a Booth or Kai Black, one of them. Thankfully jumped on it for the Jayhawks.
Brings up a 3rd and 2 here in overtime. 3rd and goal it is. And let's see, Urbandale may use a timeout. Yep. Urbandale takes a timeout here. So he got...
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Dar, Kai Black, a big target down here in the red zone. Wouldn't be a bad option, but they've also ran the ball well here on the first 2 plays.
And they did pretty good sealing that outside for Booth to get around there. You know, that block was just enough, and I didn't see who the guy was on the block, but just enough he got by it to tackle him, but Booth was almost to the corner. He didn't have quite enough to stretch, you know, to get the ball over the line or to the pylon, but...
Yeah, I thought for a second there he was going to get in.
Yeah, it looked like he might get in, but... So Urbandale takes their timeout here in overtime. They have first possession. Valley won the toss and decided to go on defense, so Urbandale comes out. 3rd and 2. or 3rd and goal, I guess would be at the 2 because you can't get a first down. Rottinghouse. In the shotgun now, fakes it, throws it, slant, knocked away. Knocked away.
Wow, what a play by this Valley defense. I couldn't
Cole
tell.
Number 33
sure
knocked it down. I think they were looking for Black, like you said, on the slant here. Let's take a look. They fake and then they throw. Yeah, they were looking there.
Yeah, they sure were.
Knocked down. So now I think they're going to go for 3, go for the field goal and get some points at least. That means they'll have to hold Valley out of the end zone.
Yeah, big stop by this Valley defense to force 3. Gives their offense a lot of room to work.
So for Arachne Carver, this would be delay a game on Urbandale. Well, that isn't so bad because you go from might even help you on the angle a little bit.
Yeah, good point, Dar. I was thinking about the penalties that Urbandale has accrued here this evening, but that one may not be the worst possible situation.
Oh, they're going to decline the penalty, so a little gamesmanship here. So they'll move it back up to, so they'll set it at just about the 9, so that it'd be a 19-yarder here for the lefty. Snap, kick is up, and good. Urbandale gets a 19-yarder.
Well, darn, now it's up to this Valley offense. Can they answer the bell once again? Tied things up in the second half with a chance to now win it on their home turf in OT.
So a score wins it for Valley. If Urbandale gets a turnover or picks it off, it's over, or they could hold them to a field goal and we go to a second overtime. I got a sneaking suspicion number 22 is going to see the ball here.
I think you're right on there, Dar, and why not? He has been the man here in the second half for Valley.
Provenza with Mason behind him. 1st and 10. Handoff. Cuts. Oh, he slips as he tried to make the cut. Picks up 2 and falls down.
Wow, and Valley went right behind that big left side of the offensive line, and Mason had room to run, Dar, before he just slipped down inside the 10.
Yeah, Moeller and Jenkins out there leading the way on that left side. So they're going to give him 1. And here we go. Second play of overtime. 2nd goal at the 9. They have an up back this time. Hand it off, and he's corralled right at the 10 and gets back to the line of scrimmage. And Ben Booth was right in there and wrapped him up.
I was going to say, what a play by Ben Booth. He's been playing both ways tonight as well for Urbandale, and he comes up and delivers the blow on Mason that time to set up 3rd and long.
So they bring in 2 wide receivers, bring out a couple linemen here. And 3rd and 9. Valley's, I think, going to take their timeout. They will.
I like that decision, Gar. Take a timeout,
talk it over.
You got it.
So if Urbandale holds here, Valley's decision, do we go for it? Do we kick the field goal, tie it up? Well, you got to kick the field goal if you don't go for it, right? And if you miss that, so let's see what they dial up if they go. Urbandale seemed pretty good on defense there, not letting them get. Of course, we saw Mason slip. You know, who knows if he keeps his feet. They did have good pursuit out there.
Yeah, they sure did. And then on 2nd down, they stuff him in the hole.
See the Urbandale crowd over there. They're in kind of the Hawaiian look, hoping to get the win here tonight, the upset on the road. Now, those outfits, I bet they're a little cooler over there.
I was going to say, yeah, with the sun
the
down
girls
now.
in the bikini tops, I mean, earlier it was pretty warm, but now it's cooled off quite a bit. But you got the adrenaline of the overtime game, and they're students. Who cares, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're all in on this defense right now.
So here we go. Provenza comes out. He's got Darius Mason with him in the backfield. Drops straight back, looking, cuts across the middle, picked off! Urbandale picks it off! Urbandale wins it in overtime.
What a play by this Urbandale defense to
Picked
stand
off by
tall.
Isaac Hoyt. Urbandale upsets Valley in overtime. Holy cow.
What a play there, Dar. Bend but don't break defense by Urbandale. They come up with another INT and seal the deal.
So it's 10-7 Urbandale beats Valley. We have that play. Let's
Yeah, terrific stand by this defense. Unbelievable game for both teams. Urbandale puts 3 points on the board in OT, and they come through to win it on the road, a hostile environment here in West Des Moines.
Let's see the replay here. Here's Provenza. Drops back, has the man coming in on there, and it just overthrew a lot of traffic in there, but yeah, he just stepped up there. Isaac Hoyt with the interception. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap this one up here on CISN.TV.
Why do businesses succeed? The Better Business Bureau sees the traits of successful businesses every day. It's not easy, but it is simple. The BBB fosters trust between Iowa businesses and consumers.
Visit bbb.org.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students.
Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and it's going to be an interesting patio furniture season this year. We have ordered a ton of merchandise, but due to supply chain issues, it's coming in a truckload at a time all summer long. If you want the best patio furniture, check early and check often. If you want to custom order your furniture, get in here as soon as you can to give your furniture the best chance to arrive this summer. Fireplace Superstore, Iowa's best patio furniture selection, just east of I-35 on Douglas Avenue.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Back here at Valley Stadium, the Tigers out there, they just took a tough loss here in overtime as Urbandale downs them 10-7. Look at the moon there. Man, coming through the clouds, it's lost the orange tint to it. It's now looking a little more Jayhawk blue, I think, here tonight. But, wow, what a ball game. Dar Danielson and Colin Brown. Urbandale forced Valley to punt. Then they took their first drive and took it down and scored, what was that, a 50 – they took it over on the 47, a 53-yard drive. Ben Booth run from 13 yards out. PAT was good, and it was 7-0. Then we went all the way to the fourth quarter with 7:26 to play. Provenza, the quarterback, kept it, and from 14 yards out, he scored. The kick was good, and we're tied 7-7. Urbandale got the first shot at it in overtime. Valley won the toss, decided to go on defense, which is the call you want. Urbandale got stalled out at the 9-yard line, and Rockney Carver kicks a 19-yard field goal. That ends up being the difference. But Valley then on third down tried to pass it into the end zone. 3rd and 9. Isaac Hoyt, the senior, stepped up, as you'll see here, and looked like he was going there over to going to Quentin Lowe, but Hoyt stepped right up in there and intercepted that, and Urbandale gets out of Valley Stadium on a full moon night. Things were a little crazy. You know it was a full moon, didn't you?
It was a crazy evening, to say the least. Our defenses, got to give credit to both sides there. They battled back and forth. Valley finally gets a shot to score. Provenza runs it in from 13 out. And then in overtime, a little crossing pattern there, trying to mix up, I think, the DBs and all the congestion, and it was tipped up in the air, and Urbandale seals the deal. What a huge road win for this team to improve to 2-1.
And for Valley, they showed some good offensive strength against Southeast Polk, but they didn't quite get a drive going to that touchdown drive late. So that is something that, they'll have to work on coming up next week.
Yeah, no doubt. I think, we saw Darius Mason with some huge runs at times, and he really was the catalyst on that drive where they ended up scoring. But, even when you look at the passing game, Aiden Price, 1 or 2 catches here this evening, really was not a huge factor in the second half. They're going to have to figure out some unique ways to get him the ball and get things back on track.
And I think we got a few plays of the game Randy might be able to pull out of this one for this week. But, wow, Urbandale 10-7 in overtime. Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks to Colin Brown. Thanks to Randy at the controls and our camera people there tonight. That's going to wrap it up from Valley Stadium. Urbandale in overtime over Valley here on CISN.TV.